This is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and you are listening to the Wrestling POV podcast.
Hey guys, this is Hardcore Country Mickey James, and you are listening to Wrestling POV podcast.
Platinum on the mic, are you not entertained? In Vegas, everybody loves the acclaim. We leaving Brody King in a sad place, looking like a reject from RuPaul's Drag Race. Yo, that might have been in bad taste, but how does Malachi get away with doing blackface? And Buddy acts all ominous when he's getting cucked by a kid named Dominic. Listen, yo, we have you on your back in 5 minutes. How's a House of Black with no black guys in it? And you can keep the advantage. We don't need a special rule to beat your emo asses.
Damn! Of course, that is from the AEW pay-per-view this past weekend. Now, guys, what time did it end it for you guys? Because that shit was late.
I think it was a little after 1.
Was it really?
It was a little bit after 12 for me, but if you take into account...
Yeah, okay, after 12. I didn't look at the exact time, so either around that time, yeah.
Right, but if you take into account the pre-show, right?
Yeah.
It was 5 hours.
Wow.
I mean, so it was... I think they did a little bit better, but I would still...
They're staying in the book.
I would still like some time to be shaved off, to be honest with you guys. But
yeah,
like, I understand it. I don't want to be too overly critical of it because there's only 4 of them in a year. It's not like they operate on the WWE calendar or the tradition. I'll even call it the traditional wrestling pay-per-view calendar.
Jim Ross already explained it once, the reason behind it.
That what?
Jim Ross already explained it.
What do you say?
The reason behind, apparently, it goes 5 hours because they need to tie up loose plot lines.
Okay, I get that. I really do. But let me throw this out at you, because I totally forgot of the fact that they do 4 pay-per-views a year only. Let me ask you guys a question before we initially start the show.
Yes.
Should they just do pay-per-views once a month instead of 4 a year? Just do pay-per-views once a month and then cut it short. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, before you guys answer, Elio and Ben and myself covered the AEW show on their show, PNC Progression Wrestling. See, I said it right, so don't be looking at me.
Absolutely.
So,
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
I had to write it in my notes. But did you guys posted it up yet?
Yeah, it's up there.
Okay,
yeah.
So it's up, and catch it in all your social media platforms, and you can hear all of us discussing the AEW after show. Pay-per-view, sorry. All right, so now answer the question. Should they go to once a month or stick with the fucking 4 they do a year that's fucking 5 hours long? Or do it once a month where it could be 3 hours long or 4, including the pre-show. So anyone can go.
All right, I'll take this first.
Okay.
If I had my way, I would stick with the 4 a year and just shorten it a little bit. Maybe just shave like two matches off each pay-per-view. Because like I really like the traditional pay-per-view calendar that we grew up with. Because it really does make each show feel special and like big time. Like you don't want to miss this. Whereas when it's every month, it's like, okay, it doesn't really have that special appeal to it. You know,
Right.
unless like you're really into a concept. Like for instance, I'm always going to be into the Royal Rumble. So
Right.
that's always going to be cool to me, even though like we said on my show or Elio and I show. I'm sorry. You know, I don't like battle royals, but I love the Royal Rumble because what's on the line,
Right.
You know, at the end of it. So yeah, I would stick with the 4 year, but I would like them to shave some time off of it because it just some of their matches just seem to be put on there for the sake of being put on there. And
Right.
I criticize that when WWE does it. So out of all fairness, I have to do the same when AEW does it.
Yeah, that's true. Elio, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same. I like the 4 year schedule because, like we just said, growing up, that's what it always was, and it made the pay-per-views feel more special. Like especially the ones that when they started at 4 p.m., like you knew, oh,
Yes.
this is gonna be something special. Something's gonna happen here.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
That is true. Julian, what do you think?
I agree. They should stick with the 4 pay-per-view a year schedule. Now, I didn't grow up with the 4 pay-per-view a year schedule like you guys
Obviously.
did because, yeah, there was always some made-up bullshit every other month, but it works
What?
for them. So
Wait, what did you just say? There's always some
There was
made up
always
bullshit. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about like pay-per-views like bragging rights back in the day. Over the
Okay.
limit.
All right. You see,
What?
No. Hold on, fellas. Hold on, because right there. See, usually I'm right there with you. When we get on Julian. No offense, Julian, but sometimes you veer a little, you know, right on the bullshit meter, and I have to call. I have to call it.
See, Ben has a built-in bullshit meter. He can detect the bullshit and the frequency of it.
But right there, you are right on cue because I'm like, when I saw bragging rights and like capital punishment and all this other crap, I'm like, you've got to be shitting me. I'm like, stop it.
You forgot you forgot another one. Stomping grounds.
Yeah.
The great balls of fire.
Thank you. And I'm like, oh my god. See, because and this ties into something perfect because we were talking before the show, and apparently Tony has gotten some emails on the show on the show's account saying that some people consider me controversial.
Yeah.
Which I don't have a problem with, to tell you the truth, because I just call it like I see it. So however people feel about that, I don't really, I'm not bothered by that.
No.
But I just
there's so much shit that people say about me. I don't care. I mean, seriously. One person even emailed says, I can't stand your voice. I was like, okay, so what? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's why millions of
Jesus.
people listen to this show.
Right.
Yeah.
And why you guys are, and I'm not even taking credit for this because I'm the new guy. I joined up, last year and more full time just in the last couple of months. So I'm not taking credit for any of your success at all.
That's fine.
But obviously you guys are killing it. But it's just getting back to what I was saying. It's just like if I sense any kind of like bullshit, it's like the meter goes this way.
Yeah.
So it's not even me trying to be controversial for the sake of sounding controversial. It's not the Eric Bischoff approach. It's just like I'm sitting behind the camera and my fucking hand is going into my face. But right there, Julian, it's like, yes, I was vindicated. Somebody actually stewed through some of this shit. So
Don't swell that boy's head up though. All right, Julian, go ahead and finish.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
AEW
The fuck? That's all you do. Say, yeah, you're not from the ghetto. Go ahead.
If AEW can take some of their matches that are
that's
on
what Ben said.
Cards, well, if they could take some of the matches on the card and put them on special episodes of Dynamite and shorten the pay-per-view to 3-4 hours tops, it'll be.
It's already 3-4 hours.
Well, usually these types of pay-per-views go like 6 hours. Sometimes.
No, they don't.
Oh,
max they go 5.
And that's with the pre-show. So how short a show you want them to do? You want them to go?
Honestly, 3 hours. 3 hours would be perfect.
See, that's all you had to fucking say.
Why are you the way that you are?
Damn, it got you.
Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way. I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
Exactly, Michael Scott. Thank you.
Thank you. So that was for, because it was a good segue with Ben with the emails. That was an email from Germany. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but he wrote in and saying, with all the shit that Julian does, how come he doesn't get the Office jingle that you guys used to do? So there you go. And this ain't gonna be the first time, so don't sit there smiling and shit like, it was for the fans. They asked for it and they got it. But should we start this fucking show already?
Absolutely. Jesus. Let's do it.
All right. So we have our sorry, I started drinking already. Sorry, my bad. That was disgusting. But people crack up when I do it anyways. It's not like I'm doing it on purpose, first of all.
Well,
I don't it just happens.
The problem would be solved. Trust me, I'm not the manners police, but the problem would be solved if just excuse me. That's it.
Yeah, I don't do that, but it just comes out, Ben.
Well, the only reason I say that, and trust me, I'm not trying to be an ass, but the only reason I say that is because my mom went to manners school as a child.
Oh, geez, really?
So she would.
Shit.
She would tell me these stories, and to her credit, she hated it too. But she would tell me this. Don't
have her listen to this show then.
but what I'm saying is she hated manners school, but because of that, like she notices that kind of stuff, and it's like, please don't do that.
Oh my God. All right. It is the fantasy matchup. It was Julian versus Josh. It was RVD versus Riddle. Josh had RVD while Julian had Riddle. Before we get to our polls, a few comments. Anita Giovanni. Yep. You know that person, Elio? You do? Who is she? Who is she?
Yeah, we used to go to school together.
No shit! Get out of here. Look at you, Elio, you fucking player. All right, she said RVD for sure. Okay, we agree. Josh Sanders. Oh, Jesus Christ. He said, sweet, man. Battle of the Stoner Wrestlers. RVD about to smoke Riddle, bro. Straight up, man.
I don't know about that. As much as I love RVD, and I do, Matt Riddle's got that real UFC shit going on. So
That's true. That is true, though. You brought up a good point.
That adds a real sense of legitimacy to what Matt Riddle brings to the table. Yeah,
that's true. So, being that we're doing this, it was, who did I say again? God damn, Julian versus Josh. Before we go into it, what do you guys think of this match, though, first of all?
I think this would be a good match, but like Ben said, RVD's got the wrestling, but Matt Riddle comes from the world of UFC, so
yeah,
he can pull out any trick to win this match. So I would go with Riddle.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, Ben, what do you think of this match? What do you think the outcome would be?
I would absolutely go with Riddle. And the wrestling fan in me, that, believe me, folks, that hurts the heart, because I was absolutely an RVD guy from my earliest days. But I just feel like Matt Riddle brings something to the table that a lot of wrestlers just don't. And, you know, because I think with the Stoner gimmick, people get lost in how legitimate Matt Riddle's background really is.
Yeah.
And like, oh shit, this guy could, legitimately whoop your ass.
I mean, look at the feud he had with Seth Rollins, that face-to-face that they had on Raw.
Yeah. That's true.
And on top of that, getting back into the world of WWE, this guy has held his own with some of the top names in the industry from the get-go.
Yeah.
So I honestly see him taking the victory.
Yeah. Me, I'm going the other way. I'm going RVD with the perfect fucking timing. I mean, I would go I guess they like that shit, huh? I would go the other way. I'd go with RVD, and the reason why I would go with RVD is because the experience that he has. Okay, former world champion, ECW original. I think he would go toe to toe with Matt Riddle. Again,
what is that? Where is that noise coming from?
It's a boom de la caca, and it's stupid, but it just comes up. Jesus, but I would have to go with experience on this, and I would go RVD for sure. Julian, what do you think?
I'm going to stick with my original pick with Riddle because.
Go ahead.
God damn it.
You gotta speak it.
As entertaining as Riddle is, he would whip RVD's ass in a real fight.
What?
As entertaining as RVD is, Riddle would kick his ass in a real fight.
We're not talking about a real fight.
Wrestling match, real fight.
Wrestling match, for fuck's sake! Oh my God.
Why are you the way that you are?
There you go.
Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way. I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
All right, Elio, you did this on your TikTok, right?
I did.
Okay.
You better shut your mouth before I shut it for you.
Goddamn.
Okay, I will give you the numbers then.
I know, right? Jesus Christ. All right, so what was your numbers on TikTok?
So 62% went with RVD. Well, 38 went with Matt Riddle.
Oh, wow. Holy shit.
I am surprised by that spread. That does surprise me.
Well, on our poll, the results are the winner with 89% of the votes went with RVD. There you go. So RVD wins it. I have to rearrange this whole system here that I got, but I have Julian at 4 and 7, and Josh is now at 4 and 2. So we're gonna get him some reps in here. So this week we're gonna go with Ben versus Clay. I mean, not Clay. Ben versus Elio. We'll throw Elio in the mix on this one.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Okay? So I'll come up with something. I'll come up with something, and we'll go over it after the break.
Get ready, Ben.
Talking shit already. All right, the other one.
Oh please, Elio, you're lucky this is generated by the fans, because seriously, if this was real, I'd kick your ass. Come on.
All right, this one, our other post on Facebook. Thoughts on Orange Cassidy's title run? Before, you know what? Let me read the comments. I got to read the comments on this while you guys gather your thoughts, because I know y'all are going to have some shit to say. Doug Spat says Orange Crappity. Thank you. That made me chuckle a little bit. Jeremy Master says, impressive. I hope he keeps going.
No.
Oh boy. No. Pankowski Sean said he's a fighting champion, just like every champion should be. Oh boy.
Really?
James W. Kukin, he said goofy. Kevin Morris said it's better than Roman's title run. No, the fuck it is not.
What?
What the fuck is he smoking?
He's smoking something.
I say some outlandish shit, but not that.
Shut up, Julian. You muted.
I'll tell you what. He must be smoking some Tony Khan type shit.
Yeah.
And what was that guy's name? I'm sorry, the guy that made that comment.
The guy that, what was his name?
Yeah.
Kevin Morris.
Okay, well, Kevin Morris, unfortunately, we're going to have to take a vote here, but I would vote that you would have to go in the book, at least temporarily, for that take.
Well,
because, holy shit.
Well, we should do a special separate fans page for the book, and he would definitely fit right in. But here's the thing. Tyler Hughes, he said better than Roman Reigns.
Oh no!
No.
What?
Yeah. So you see what I'm saying, Ben? You have to put so many people in the fucking book. Oh,
Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Holy crap!
What is going on right now?
Yeah.
I'm in pain.
Lloyd Cleary.
See, Ben's got a migraine. You fans are giving him a migraine.
Elio, hold on, folks. Just as a sidebar, Elio, please. Remember, we had an old podcast episode title called WrestleMania. Please overnight me some cyanide. Well,
Yeah.
Here we're gonna update that title a little bit. Wrestling POV, please overnight me some goddamn cyanide now, because I need it to deal with these fans' takes.
Yeah. Yep. Got you on that one.
Exactly. That's what they thought of the comment.
Exactly, right? Clay's just joining us now. He was at a high school reunion, you stud muffin, you.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Goddamn.
What perfect timing for the entry, Clay.
Yeah.
Christ. Someone
Yes,
with
sir.
sense. Someone
with sense. I wouldn't call myself someone with sense, but you know.
Well, no.
You make more sense in the comments.
Clay.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah. You just came in on this one, Clay.
You gotta help me. You have to.
We're on the post of thoughts on Orange Cassidy's title run. And
see, now I go to a high school reunion and then see people that I haven't seen in 10 years and be like, oh, okay, I'm having a good time. Then you hit me with Orange Cassidy's bullshit. I see how it is.
What we do.
Well, see, it's like this. If Ben has to suffer, you have to suffer along with him. And the rest of us.
That's
true.
But
That's
let me calmly explain to you what's going on. See, you jumped in at the perfect time to alleviate my pain. because right now we're going over thoughts on Orange Cassidy's title run.
Mm-hmm.
And some of your illustrious fans on this podcast, as much as I love being on it, fans are starting to drive me nuts because some of these people actually believe that Orange Cassidy's title run, hold on to your britches, Clay, has been better than Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah. Kevin Morris said it's better than Roman's title run. And then Tyler Hughes came out and says better than Roman Reigns. Then
Are you sure I haven't been drinking enough?
have you?
I don't know. I had a few.
But this one you're gonna laugh. Pankowski Sean said he's a fighting champion, just like a champion should be.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wow. A fighting champion. Okay.
He's like, what world did I fall into?
Yeah.
You got me. You got me. I'm stumped, man.
Yeah,
How can somebody say that title run's better than Roman Reigns? Are you serious?
That's it.
Clay, you can understand why I'm begging for help upon your entry. Please. I can't.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so I'm not going to read anymore because Clay just got in on this monstrosity of a fucking post about Orange Cassidy. So what do you guys think? I mean, what are your thoughts on his fucking run? And I know where this is going, but let's just get right into it, shall we? Anybody can go.
I mean, credit, he's defending the title. I understand that completely where people are coming from because, Roman and MJF, just to throw that out there, really hadn't defended their title much. I understand that completely. But the way Orange Cassidy is doing it is not good. It's not. I mean, he's facing guys twice his size sometimes way better than him, and the roll-up pins and come from behind. It's the same fucking story over and over again. It's not that good of a title run.
What about the Battle Royal, though, on the pay-per-view? How he won that?
Thank you, God.
That's awful.
Thank
Completely
you,
awful.
Right?
Like you're going to tell me that out of 20 guys or however many there was, that Orange Cassidy happened to be the top dude there? It's just like, it didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
And see, I'm gonna save you some time here, folks, because I already went on a rant on this regarding this on my show. So I invite you, please go over there and check our show out. Cheap plug for Elio and I understand that, but I'm allowed to do that. But I just I have to get up early tomorrow, so I can't afford my blood pressure to go up. So I'll just leave it at that and let these illustrious gentlemen take this question.
All right, so has Orange Cassidy's title run been successful? No, because when you introduced this championship, the All-Atlantic Championship, okay, fine, you had a tournament, you crowned a new champion, then you forgot about it for a while.
Yeah.
Then you put a focus on it again, and you rename it. But when you had champions before Orange Cassidy, they didn't get as much focus as this guy's getting, and I just don't get it with this guy. Like, his matches are all the same. He beats guys that are bigger than him, like this week on Dynamite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me started with that. There's no Dynamite.
Oh, boy.
Right?
Christ.
Yeah. Julian, what are your thoughts on Orange Cassidy's title run? Make it good.
Snooze fest.
You better shut your mouth before I shut it for you.
Go ahead.
It's a snooze fest. Like, they AEW needs to take this belt off this guy. And all honesty, I would love to see Miro just completely destroy this guy and take the All-Atlantic Championship off.
Okay.
International Championship.
International.
Come on, bro.
Why are you the way that you are?
Damn, got him again.
Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way. I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
Goddamn.
I love that. That's
okay. So this is my introduction to that statement on the show. I can already tell you, absolutely love it. I have and
watch The Office.
And
exactly.
It's even better because don't kill me, folks. Don't kill me. But I have never seen an episode of The Office in my entire life.
This is Ben's last show.
Oh, shut the fuck up,
You fucking caught me off guard with that one, man. Jesus Christ, Elio.
Holy shit.
What would you do without me as a co-host? Not one, but 2 shows, man.
Right?
You'd be lost up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. Come on, man.
Oh my God.
You be SOL, all right? Relax.
All right. So now, Elio, you did a poll on this on your TikTok. Go follow Elio, will you, people?
Yes.
You fans.
So.
You fans.
What are you doing? See, as much as I just insulted him, I can do that because he's one of my best friends, so I have that privilege. There
you go.
He can do the. By the way, Elio, I mean this in all seriousness. Feel free to do that to me too. I have no problem with that.
We do.
But I'm speaking. I'm speaking specifically to Elio at this point. I had no problem. I'm not just being an asshole to be an asshole, but it's just, oh God, I love that guy, but
he got you good though. He got you good.
But go follow him, please, because if you're not, I don't know what the fuck you're doing with your wrestling life. I really don't.
Exactly. All right, so what was your results on TikTok there, Elio?
These fans, I'm telling you, I knew fanboys existed. I just never met one until earlier this week. 56% said yes, his title run's been successful, and 44% said no.
You gotta
In
be
what
kidding me.
fucking world has this been successful? I'm lost for words, guys.
You and me both.
Mm-hmm.
You and me both. Jesus Christ. How can you honestly say that? This is fucking, oh my God. Where's the
terrible.
sound effects when I need it?
Right.
Jesus.
Yeah, you just gave me an entire tour of the sound effects machine before the show. Can we please get one for the shitty result of this poll?
Yes.
Why are you the way that you are?
There you go. That's for all you motherfuckers
Honestly, every
that
time
voted
I try to do something fun
and said that
or exciting,
the 56%.
you make it not that way.
Right.
I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
God damn.
There you go.
All right, there you go. There you go. That's it for the Facebook post. It is time for the wrestling news from around the world. Take it away, Clay.
All right, let's get into the wrestling news from around the world. For those of you that didn't watch the pay-per-view this past weekend, Sammy Guevara and Ty Mello announced that they're having a baby.
Yay.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah.
And
Good for them.
yeah, and a happier note too, Alexa Bliss and her husband
Yes!
announced that
That's
they're
fine, too.
expecting a child.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's where she's been.
Yeah.
Apparently, she said that she's making her return shortly afterwards. She's gonna start getting back into the gym.
That's 9
Oh,
months.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's gonna be on the
Golly.
shelf for a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. But good for her,
congra-
though.
Yeah, congratulations to everybody. That's happy.
Yeah.
That's all good.
Yeah.
Our favorite wrestler of all time, Ryback, announced that he challenged Goldberg to a retirement match.
Okay.
He will
Yeah.
be cleared to wrestle this summer. So, guys,
If you guys follow him on Instagram, he's
it's
been
fucking
posting.
hilarious.
Yeah. He's posting videos of him working out, getting ready for this and everything. Do we really care about that?
No.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Not at all. Right.
No.
And I'm serious because I actually have a friend who's friends with Ryback, but oh my God. I mean, this guy is a fucking disaster.
Yeah.
He's nuts.
He and in all fairness, he may be the nicest guy on planet Earth. I've never had a conversation, never had an interaction.
I know him. He's a dick, and I'll tell you why after the show.
But
Gotcha.
But he comes off like the biggest dick I have ever seen.
I'm telling you right now, he's like that in real life.
Because, this is gonna come off like a joke, but it's really not. So some of the stuff that he has said in the past, and some of the things that he's done and like handled wrestlers in the ring, like my reaction to this guy is like, this guy is such a big dick. He should wear a condom for a hat. It's embarrassing. And then he expects us to support him. Like, okay, I get it. Everybody has their opinions, and that's all good. I'm fine with that. You know, I'm guilty of that too. But it's just like, are you serious?
Yeah. Yep.
It gets to the point where it's like no one wants to fucking hear you speak. Yeah. Sit down.
He wants his fans to reach out to Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's that going for you, Ryan?
Exactly.
That's what I want to know.
Right. Tony Khan announced this week that CM Punk will be on the debut episode of Collision.
Yeah.
Yay!
Somebody, a friend of mine was there live, and he said the crowd reaction to that was none. Nobody reacted to it.
It sounded like that was how people were hearing about CM Punk and how the crowd was. It didn't seem like very many were cheering.
Yeah. And the look on his face, though, on Tony Khan's face, he was like,
oh my God, his eyes. But he did blink a few times, but still his eyes this week.
It's just that Coke's working, man. I wouldn't be doing the news if it wasn't for Pat McAfee. His contract with ESPN is going to be a 5-year, $85 million deal.
God damn, seriously?
Yes.
Shit.
He's getting paid, guys. So,
there he is.
Congratulations to Pat.
He deserves it, quite frankly.
Yes, he does.
I have to agree with you on that.
Yes. And last but not least, The Undertaker said he still feels he should have been at WrestleMania 39. He still has that itch to wrestle.
Oh,
bro, what? No one wants to see The Undertaker anymore.
No. As a respect to the dead man, we don't want to see.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna say this, okay, and I agree with you guys. I'm with you on it, but I honestly think if he can redo, let's just say, the Ministry of Darkness, I think it can be done without the Undertaker wrestling. He can be the leader of it, dude. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like what Edge was doing with Judgment Day before they booted him out. I think they can do that with the Undertaker.
Would they take those guys in Judgment Day and form
the new ministry?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can see
that.
But you know what I'm saying? And have the Undertaker be the big guy, you know, the main dude. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't have to wrestle. He can, because, you know, let's be real. Everybody still loves the Undertaker. Everybody still loves the Undertaker. Everybody would love to still see the Undertaker. But do we want to see him wrestle? No. But this role would be perfect for him. Because he can be the mastermind, the puppet master behind all that shit. And I think it'll work, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
It would fucking work.
But here's another question, and by no means am I trying to stir the pot. I'm just asking an honest question.
Yeah.
With him doing all of the shoot interviews with the podcast and really lifting the veil and kind of not living his character nearly as much anymore.
Yeah.
Do you think people would be as interested as they were over the 30 years that he was running the gimmick of seeing the Undertaker gimmick now that we've seen so much more of Mark Calloway?
I think so.
I think it'd still be there. Yeah.
I think so, because especially if it's done that way. If he's the fucking mastermind, the puppet master behind all of it, I think it would work. You know, him wearing that big-ass robe, being in the dark all the time. I think they shouldn't even show his face for a while. You know what I'm saying?
You don't see Mark Calloway. You don't see the, regular person just, hide him under all that dark stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think it would work, man.
Yep.
And the Undertaker is smart enough to know what would work and what wouldn't work. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I thought they were doing when they did that weird stuff with Damian Priest, where he looked like he was possessed.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? So even like if you guys remember the one WrestleMania with AJ Styles and how it was a cinematic wrestling match, they can still do that and protect the Undertaker. You know, even if it's decided that he needs to have a match or whatever, I say keep him off of having a match, but let him be the fucking man. That shit would work. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it would.
I'm telling you. But wrestling, no, stay out of it. Go ahead, Clay.
Yes, sir. That is all I have for the news. Tony, let's get into rumors.
All right. Roman Reigns is expected to defend his undisputed WWE Universal title at both Money in the Bank and SummerSlam. I fucking hope. Jesus.
Yeah.
That's a pleasant change of pace.
Right?
Yeah. For sure.
It's rumored that Jordan Grace is officially a free agent, and apparently she says she's going to take some time off to work on some things and decide where she wants to go. That's a big woman.
All right. Yes, it is.
She's a big woman.
Not yet, but you got,
In WWE, there's continued talk of signing New Japan's Tama Tonga. So,
there it is.
Yeah.
New bloodline. I think
after Smackdown, after what happened on Smackdown,
right?
Come on, gotta happen. Yes, everybody. Yeah. I've said this before. I know he's not related to them. We know.
Neither was Sammy.
That's true.
I mean, we've said it. So.
That's true.
Yeah.
My girl, Io Sky, is a strong candidate for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, while LA Knight is still a top candidate for the men's match.
I'm down for both.
Hell yeah.
I am.
Sign me up for both, okay? Now, number one, I honestly think it's a one-woman field for consideration for the Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
And hear me out. It's not just because I'm fanboying over Io Scott, but
I am.
But well, we all are for different reasons. But I actually have legitimate reasons other than that why I think she should win Money in the Bank. So number one, they've really kind of dropped the ball with Damage Control. Like that was an opportunity to get her over, and it just, for whatever reason, Damage Control isn't working. And now with Dakota Kai injured, I feel like that should be just cut your losses there.
Right.
And you know, about a month ago, they had that really, epic promo or video package before one of her matches. And then they didn't do anything with it to follow up. They could really revisit that, and a match with Io Sky and Asuka is like the perfect reintroduction to like the badass Io Sky that everybody remembers from NXT. Like this is the perfect reset for
Io Sky.
Io Sky in order for her to get the Money in the Bank contract. I mean, who?
And we're gonna talk more on that during SmackDown after what happened on there.
Absolutely.
So, and last but not least, this is gonna be everybody's favorite, Logan Paul. He's expected to be booked both on Money in the Bank, for Money in the Bank and SummerSlam.
Of
there
course
you go.
Whatever. Elio, can we get your new tagline, please?
What is it?
Oh, the yay.
Yay!
Hooray!
Jesus Christ.
You, brother. God damn.
All right. That's all I got for rumors. Clay, what do you got for injury?
Well, I got one of them, and it was announced this week that Braun Strowman had neck surgery.
What?
And he will be out. Yeah. And he will
neck
be out
surgery?
for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Wow.
That's why he's been out for a little bit. That's why he hasn't been in the draft. Yeah, he's going to be out for a long time.
Yeah, Ricochet's been coming out solo, so yeah. Oh wow, holy shit!
So prayers go out to Braun Strowman. But that's all I have for injuries.
All right, this week's hot tag news is: does SmackDown need a third hour to its show? Before I read these comments, and again, people, I really appreciate all these comments. I can't read all of them because, we are doing a show. If we were live, it'd be different. Okay?
Yeah.
But, we have to keep it reasonable. I will read a bunch, but not a lot. Before I do read these comments, guys, what do you think? Does SmackDown need its third hour?
I honestly think it does.
Really?
I really do. As much talent as WWE has, and Raw, yes, I understand it's 3 hours. Now, would I be able to sit through a show that's another 3 hours? Possibly. But at the same time, it is also Friday night, and a lot of people are out on Friday nights, and it'd be like 3 hour show.
True.
It'd be like, can most people watch it? Yes, I will. So, but anyway. But yes, I think it does need the 3 hours because it's got SmackDown or WWE in general has so much talent itself. Trying to get everybody a spot on TV and get more time for people. That way it can make a better show and to compete with Monday Night Raw with, that sort of thing. I still think sometimes SmackDown is better than Raw at some, occasions with just being the 2 hour.
Right.
But yeah, go ahead and throw that 3 hour. If Raw is, then might as well throw SmackDown in there too.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Ben, what do you think?
I'm gonna go in the opposite direction with the utmost respect to Clay. I see where you're going with that, but I absolutely disagree with you.
Okay.
I can't see SmackDown going to a third hour because for me that's part of the appeal to SmackDown. Like it's a very crisp 2 hours most times. Because it has the bloodline and stuff like that, it has a very concise focus. I would like to see more of the matches that don't include the bloodline have more meaning to them. We'll get into that when we actually talk about this week's SmackDown. But as a fan, my initial reaction is, oh my God, please no. because when I watch Monday Night Raw, I have to battle the urge not to fall asleep, and I just don't see how they wouldn't encounter that problem on SmackDown side of things if they had more talent there. I should say, let's take your argument of giving more talent a spot.
Right.
I would counter that as much as I think in an idealistic world that's a good idea. Let's consider the talent that they already have on that show that don't get time already.
Right.
And how much of an opportunity that the higher ups have already had to give them time and to make SmackDown different. That was the entire purpose of the draft, and the draft just doesn't mean shit anyway because in effect they didn't have a draft.
Yeah.
Because we know why. Just watch the show. So until they show me solid evidence that they're going to go in a different direction and SmackDown is going to be different than Raw, I don't want a third hour added. If I felt confident that I was going to have a different experience on SmackDown than I was going to have on Raw, then I would say, hell yeah, add a third hour of the talent needed. But until then, no. Because right now the shows are not separate. All the talent is on all the shows, and it's just so convoluted. And I thought that was what the draft was designed to fix, but apparently not.
Yeah.
Yeah, AJ Styles.
Right. Elio, what do you think? Should they go to a third hour?
No, they shouldn't, because they already did it with did it with Raw way back when. It was a different time, different audience, and it was something new.
Mm-hmm.
Now fans get bored easily, their attention span, and they're even saying that 3 hours of Raw is too much. So
yeah,
that's true.
So you had a 3 hours.
But that'll
SmackDown.
never change, though.
That SmackDown and just be the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Julian, what do you think?
They should not even consider the thought of putting a third hour on SmackDown.
Why are you the way that you are?
God damn, it started before you could
Every
even
time
finish.
I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way. I hate
God damn
so much about the things that you choose to be.
The man has a point in this instance, though. I mean,
Well, the point is the same as everybody else's. Go ahead, Julian.
I'm more of a quality over quantity type of guy.
What do you mean by that?
The quality of the programming, you can fit a good show in 2 hours and not have to force feed an extra hour to get your point across.
What?
If you guys...
Nobody knows what the fuck you're saying.
No?
Change it up. Change what you gotta say. Don't stick up for him, Ben.
It makes sense to me.
He's making 0 sense. Go ahead, Julian. What the fuck are you trying to say?
Basically, you don't need a third hour of SmackDown to progress storylines, whether albeit the Bloodline or some random Hoagie bullshit.
Okay.
What?
That was ridiculous.
You had me going. You had me in your corner until the last line.
That was also insubordinate and churlish.
Dude,
I'm gonna throw it in the toilet.
It does belong in the toilet.
Dude, I was on your side of the line. I was there with you. I had my shield up, and you
then Ben just backed his chair up and said, "I'm out."
Come on,
this
man.
shit, I'm out.
He said, "See ya."
You're throwing grenades at me for no reason.
God damn
All right.
it.
Here's shut up, Julian. Here's my thing. Okay. Does it need a third hour? I'm leaning more towards 50-50. Yes and no. And I'm going to explain why. If there was a third hour, yes, the guys that are on SmackDown would have TV time. And the reason why I'm saying that is because a key point tonight's SmackDown, 15 minutes were given to the fucking Bloodline, to Roman Reigns and the whole Bloodline story. 15 minutes. Did it need it? I say yes, because that storyline is what the hot topic is now in wrestling. Okay?
Yep.
But at the same time, with commercials and all the other bullshit that they do, it cuts it down a lot. So I wouldn't be upset if there was a third hour. Why? Because then it gives the other guys a chance to be on TV to set up a different story. That way everybody can fucking enjoy it. Now, the other side of it, would I want to see 3 hours on SmackDown on a Friday night? No, I do not. If it was a Thursday, because if you remember, they used to be on Thursdays. I wouldn't mind it as much. I really wouldn't. Why? I don't got shit going on Thursday. Oh, no, I do. I take that back. Never mind. Either way, if it was on a Thursday, okay, that's all right. That's fine. But a third hour, I'm just 50-50 on it. I really am.
Yeah.
And plus, might I take up for my fellow podcasters? But if we had to start this show at 11,
yeah,
I'm just telling you, it would be. I'm just telling you, I think it would be a little extra brutal.
Yeah.
And can you imagine if they started the pay-per-views an hour later, or even if they started at the same time? if they had more content, that would lead to more matches, which would only exacerbate the pay-per-view length problem.
Yeah.
And make it because it's already horrible on AEW. Clay, you missed that conversation.
Oh boy.
But it's just so we would have the same problem, across both companies, and it's just like I can't take it, folks. I love professional wrestling, but it gets to the point where it's just oversaturation is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't get the impression that WWE understands that.
Yeah.
It's all about money.
Oh, hell
That's
yeah.
all it is. They see that third hour. They're like, hey,
advertisements,
more money.
Sponsors. Yeah, that's true.
That's where it's at.
And yeah, that's why they won't cut Raw back down to 2 hours, because that third hour they make so much fucking money.
Yep.
So
right.
Now, Elio, you did this on TikTok. You did a poll on this on TikTok. What was your results on that before I read these comments?
So 76% said yes, SmackDown needs a third hour, while 24% said no.
Holy shit, really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That's all right.
Okay. Now let's go right into the comments. Josh Sanders says, I say no, it would be nice on an entertainment perspective, but 3 hours watching TV on a Friday night, not cool for me. Working for the weekend, man.
I'm with you, brother.
Yeah, man. Fabian Calazara said no, a Saturday morning pro wrestling show. That's all he said. Rob Campbell, right? Rob Candle responded to him and said, Saturday morning wrestling is not going to last. Saturday evening wrestling isn't going to last. Rob Campbell also said, when wrestling was geared towards children, it was a good idea, but it's not anymore. Okay.
And it's just like turn on Saturday morning cartoons. If you don't want to,
I know,
kids,
right?
Why would you put a
back in the day, it used to be early in the morning. They used to show wrestling early in the morning, and I'd stayed up. I woke up early to watch that. But Jason Michael Campbell said yes. Nadia H. Plata said yeah. Jonathan DeLuca said yes. Andy Williams said no. And that's how he wrote it.
He meant it.
I'm with you, brother. Absolutely with you.
Keith Rhodes said no. Anita DiGiovanni. Did I say that right, Elio? Flock.
Yeah.
Okay, good. She said no. Raw is. She said no. No. I wanted to. I should have said. I wanted to see the finger though, Anita.
So that finger wag is key.
No. It is key. No. She said Raw is way too long enough already. They don't need to make SmackDown 3 hours long. There you go.
Okay.
Let me see what else do we got. Got a bunch. Alex Fuentes says absolutely fucking not. Oh goddamn. He said 3 hours of Raw already feels like overkill, and hell, they really need to make those 3 hours of Raw interesting. SmackDown has a great pace with the 2 hours, especially for it being on a Friday night. I mean, it's shocking for a Friday night. I ain't gonna lie, but it's just I don't know. I don't know about a third hour. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm going against it. Clifford Green said, "It's not your side." What the fuck does that mean?
What?
That made no sense whatsoever.
It's not your side. What the fuck?
Thank you for that. I would call it illuminating, but I don't know what the fuck that means.
We all don't.
Yeah,
we all don't. Jesus Christ.
Moving on.
Michael Van Deventer. He said, I watch on Hulu, so Raw not even 3 hours to me, so shit. Whatever the fuck that means.
Sure. Go for
it. Dave Kahn said no, unless pay-per-view shows too need more build-up time and mean something. Most pay-per-view shows aren't nothing but another Raw or SmackDown.
Thank you, Dave. That's a smart man right there. A smart man award goes to Dave.
Rob Leah Cooley said, Cooley, really? All right.
Sure.
Most definitely. It's got a lot of superstars on it and roster, and it should be the same time length as Raw. Well, he's gone with it. Jordan Nemeth said, no, just leave these damn shows alone. Well, fuck.
Wow. Who hurt you?
Right? Need a hug? James Matt said, not really, but Roman needs to defend a title more. Come on, bro.
Well, that had nothing to do with the post, but
No.
sure.
Michael Hahn said, yes, definitely keep 3 hours, please.
They haven't started 3 hours yet.
Yeah, right?
We're asking if we were.
Just a question, bro.
Yes.
Tim
Read
Savini.
the print on the page, folks.
Hey, Clay, need another drink?
Yes, I do, brother.
I do, for fuck's sake. Tim Savini said, won't be on Fox.
And I need one.
I'll send one your way there, Ben. Tim Savini said, won't be on Fox. Fox only allots 2 hours to primetime programming. Been that way since Fox began Okay, I ain't gonna.
I'm sorry, do you work for Fox?
All right, you
Exactly.
work for Fox. I mean,
You're the head of Fox.
right?
Were you responsible for getting CM Punk hired on WWE backstage?
Okay, so I'm going to read this. This is the argument that I saw, and I have to read it. So, and then we got to take a break. Okay. Marco Cuis. This is between him and another guy named Jonathan Demers Rosal. Marco said, the longer the better. Everybody's that saying no ain't real wrestling fans.
That's what she said.
Jonathan said, fuck. And then Marco says, they not 100. So then Jonathan responded and said, if a wrestling show is 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, that has nothing to do with real fans or not. So Marco responded to him and said, no. I said that they not real fans if they wouldn't want wrestling to be a little longer, because what wrestling fans wouldn't. So then Marco responded to him and says, you don't get it. Just stop replying. Then Jonathan responded and says, still better than Wes Crack. Well, he's talking about Wes Lee. So then Marco responded with a bunch of emojis with Alakai Black as the GIF, which I don't know where this shit was going to, but then Jonathan responded with a GIF of Wes Lee. Then Marco responded and says, I don't even look like him. Talking about Wes Lee. And then Jonathan says, you're right, but you caught me off guard and didn't know what to reply. Laughed my ass off. Cool exchange, though. Awesome roast. What the fuck did I do?
Where the fuck did that go?
Exactly.
This is the exact conversation I was having earlier this week when I said, good for that fan who was watching Battleground during Double or Nothing. And then I'm like, enjoy all wrestling. And then one fan said, pick a side or don't watch. I'm like, no thanks. I watch it all. Doesn't matter. He's like, again, pick a side or don't watch.
Yeah.
I'm like, no thanks. And then he's like, well, then you're not a true fan.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
What's wrong with people,
Like,
man?
oh my God. Okay.
Charles Cousin III. He said, SmackDown needs a third hour like I need a broken ankle. God damn.
Man, you went dark there.
He did. What's wrong with you, man?
Okay, I guess.
Werner Haberman said, no, they can't even fill the 2 hours they have now. Well, I disagree with that.
I do too.
Well, yeah, that kind of doesn't make any sense, but
no. Jason Rivera said, no, but WWE wants to make the most money on the advertisements, and if they don't stay on Fox and go to like USA, they will pay for it. Well, you don't know the business end of that, brother.
Nah.
Last one, we got to take a break. A. Maurice Perry, he said, honestly, sometimes the 2 hours pass and it was a really good show, and you want more, but would probably get the extra hour, and it may drag or suffer as Raw does at times. He's kind of right, but kind of wrong because of the simple fact that, when it is interesting, it does go by fast, but I don't think that it's going to suffer like Raw does. You know what I'm saying?
No. Even if they do, like they said last week, where the third hour of Raw, they were going to try to make for like adult content.
Yeah, I remember that.
They could do the same with SmackDown, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but
don't see that working because, like,
but the whole thing is that it's on a Friday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the biggest part of the argument. The fact is, both sides of the argument have legitimacy, and both sides of the argument have drawbacks. And I'm not trying to ride both sides of the fence, but
sure.
But the thing is, if you go back to the UPN days and and drop this back to Thursday. Now, I don't know the business end of what all that would mean, but if you were to take it back to Thursday, then this argument takes on a whole new meaning because I think you would have a lot more viewers to play with and kind of get an accurate gauge.
Yeah, but no, I hear you, but what about if it was at a different time slot? Instead of 8 o'clock Eastern time, maybe they show it at 6 on a weekday though, during the weekday. You know, because
like Friday, right? Still,
yeah. Even if they did do that on a Friday and still be able to do a 3-hour show, because I mean, let's be real. Friday night, the one thing on people's minds is what? Going out, having a good time and shit like that. And that's like 80% of this fucking world, you know? They live for the fucking weekend. So what if they just change the fucking time slot? Would that make it better or no?
I think it would make it work. I think it would make a lot more people intrigued because then they can watch Smackdown. It'd be 9 o'clock and still go out.
Sure.
You know? I'm just saying, me personally, I could probably still do that. But
I mean, depending on the age group, I don't think like for the younger adults, I don't think a minor time flip would matter because I think that they're going out regardless.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, a majority of the people, when they go out, they don't go out till like fucking 10 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? They really don't. They go out late.
I mean, now granted, things are a bit different in my house. You know, but then again, I am in a wheelchair, and my parents are, they're out of that age range. Let's just say. Sorry, Mom, but
she had the chunkler right there for you, right behind you, bro.
Dead.
But no, are you kidding me? She's asleep. She used to. Funny story. She banned me from watching wrestling because this was back in like 2002, 2003, whatever. And then because she thought it was affecting my attitude, like quote unquote.
Well,
wow.
No, so she bans me for 2 years, but what she doesn't understand is because her and my dad always went to bed early, all I had to do was wait till 9 o'clock, and I could still watch wrestling whenever
Jesus.
That's bad, man. I'm telling you.
I just said it in front of millions of people, so what am I hiding?
True.
That's true. That's true.
Gonna go back and listen. All right. So, all right, that's it for the Hot Tag News. If you guys have any comments or questions or an idea for the Hot Tag News, make sure you drop us a line on our Facebook page, and we'll throw it out there for you. With that being said, it is time to take a break. And then when we come back, we got This Week in Wrestling and this week's Fantasy Matchup.
This is the Hardcore Legend Mick Foley, and you are listening to the Wrestling POV Podcast.
Hey guys, this is Kevin Owens. Make sure to listen to the Wrestling POV Podcast. Take it easy, guys. Maybe I'll end up on your show one day, who knows? But if I do, I'll probably end up taking the whole thing over, and then it won't really be your show anymore. So maybe it's not a good idea, who knows? We'll see how that works out.
And we are back, and you can find Wrestling POV every Saturday on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Pandora, and Amazon Music. And now it's time to get into This Week in Wrestling. Tony, let's get raw.
All right, but before we get into that, it is time for this week's fantasy matchup. It is Elio Canella versus Ben, the original Pierce. These two guys are buddies, but they're going at it right now. So, let me see. Who's got the better record? Elio does? Yeah, he does. Yeah. Right?
Yes, I inherited a shitty record.
Yes, you did. But maybe you'll come back on this one. Who knows? All right. All right, so Elio has the better record. So I'm going to have Elio pick a number from 1 to 20.
8.
And I need Ben to pick a number from 1 to 20.
12.
The number I picked, and I wrote it beforehand so nobody thinks I'm cheating, and I'm going to reveal it to this guys on the screen. The number I picked was 8.
Dang. Elio's right on the money.
You right on the fucking money with that one. Jesus Christ. All right. It is old school versus new school. So, Elio, I'm going to have you pick which one you want. Old school or new school?
Old school.
All right. You're going old school. So, Ben will have new school. This week's fantasy matchup is John Moxley. That's who Ben has for the new school. And old school, Elio will have Cactus Jack.
Well, congratulations, Elio. You should win this one.
Hey, you gotta remember who we're dealing with.
But I understand with the TikTok thing, but it's just by all rights in professional wrestling, I have no right winning this one.
But here's the thing, and people is gonna get this all sorts of confused, and that's why I said, while we're on break, that's why I told Clay I'm just gonna go off of the person you pick. So when he sent it to me, John Moxley, I was like, oh my god, it's perfect. It's right there, Cactus Jack, not Mankind, not Mick Foley, but Cactus Jack. And everybody should know why I said Cactus Jack, okay? King of hardcore. King of the death match, sorry.
But, oh my God, that's the thing, Tony. You shouldn't even have to explain that.
I shouldn't.
But that's the thing, like people, if you're listening to this show, we appreciate it, we love you, and thank you for listening. I appreciate it. From the Maryland side of things, but there are just certain things in wrestling history that if you're going to be a fan of a podcast like us, that you need to understand, and one of them among many is the three faces of Foley and the differences between them.
Yeah,
and so if you don't understand why Tony went with Cactus Jack when Clay got John Moxley, I don't know why you're listening to this show. I really don't. And I'm not trying to be an asshole.
It's true though.
It's so true.
Because I guarantee what's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna say, "Oh man, why would you pick Mankind? Why would you pick Mick Foley?" And it's just gonna drive me fucking nuts.
Yeah,
so I can guarantee we're gonna have somebody that's gonna say that.
But
I'm sure. For sure.
Tony, I promise you, it's gonna be a competition between all four of us to see who can go on a better rant. because this is, I could see this absolutely being fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, we'll wait and see what's going to happen.
I was called controversial earlier before the show because I asked for some research for on my benefit. Not that I care that I was called controversial because I truly don't, doesn't bother me. But if these people do not understand the complexities of this matchup and the complexities of Cactus Jack, you are going to see the original Ben Pierce in all of his glory as controversial.
Yeah.
So be prepared.
I hear you. I do hear you, man. All right, let's get right into Raw. This week, and you guys are going to hate me for it, but hear me out. My low point, I'm going to start off with that first. JD McDonough versus Dolph Ziggler. Now, here's my issue with it. Too quick, but I understand what they're doing. But for me, it was like, I've been waiting to see JD McDonough on the main roster. You got him feuding with Dolph. That's fine. Yep. Okay, sure, this should be a good one. But you did it like that as like to say, we're not going to do it right now. That's what pissed me off. At least they could have went a little bit longer and them two just like at least beating the shit out of each other because of what happened.
It was his debut match.
Yes. But they could have, like, if they wanted to do this as a schmoz, that's fine. I get it. I totally do. But they could have went back and forth. Oh my God, we couldn't even start the match. These guys are beating the shit out of each other. How are we going to control them? And blah, 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 blah. But they didn't. And I'm just like, oh, they had it right there and they fucked it up. All right. But that was my only low point. High points I had was Ricochet versus Miz. And the reason why is because fucking Ricochet went over. What are they doing with Miz? Yes. I don't know. Maybe it's because he's just done it all and he's just there to help talent out. Who the fuck knows? But in my opinion, I think it's hurting him. My other high point, and you guys are going to be surprised with this one, was the women's tag for the belts. Didn't like the outcome.
Oh my God.
No, hear me out.
No.
Didn't like the outcome, but I liked how all of them meshed together. I'm not a big fan of four-ways because everybody knows that. Everybody knows I'm not a big fan of triple threats either. But they kind of made this work, and I was shocked by it because I was ready to put this as a low point, but I didn't want to take it away from them. Did not like the outcome because I kind of knew that it was going to go to Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey, but it wasn't that bad of a match. And my other high point I had was Seth and AJ versus Judgment Day. Very good matchup. Why AJ was there to congratulate him, and then all of a sudden they were like, well, we're going to throw you in the match fucking while you're here. That, I heard, was a Vince's call.
Imagine that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a shocker. Allow me to pick myself up off the floor while I fall out of my wheelchair.
AJ acting like a heel at the start of the show and then going back to the face.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that was what was the whole point of the draft then? If AJ Styles is going to be on Raw and he's a SmackDown guy.
Right? Makes no sense. Makes no sense. All right, Clay, what do you got?
I'm right there with you, man. I'm going to start off with high points. Miz versus Ricochet. Even though the right person won, I agree 110%. I don't know what they're doing with Miz. I mean, at this point in his career, yes, he should be putting guys over, but it's starting to hurt a little bit. Because when's the last time Miz has ever won anything?
Yeah.
It's been a long time. So that's where I'm at. It was still a good match. I give another high point to Bronson Reed versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Thought this was a good match for the main qualifier. Seeing how Bronson's way different than Shinsuke, they put on a really good match with Shinsuke winning, and I'm excited to see Shinsuke in the Money in the Bank. Even though I don't think he'll win it, I think he'll still be a good person in there.
Okay.
And same as you also, Judgment Day versus AJ and Seth, even though the tag team of AJ and Seth didn't make sense to me, it was still a good match for the main event. So I had to give it there.
Yeah.
Low points. Trish Stratus's promo with Zoe and Becky. I get it. And guys, let me tell you something. Nobody watches Trish Stratus for her promos. I'm sorry.
I don't.
Nobody on this fucking earth would say that. None. But it's just her promo skills. I'm sorry. They're just bad.
Yeah.
And going with Zoe, I get the pair, and I do like the pair with her, getting Zoe with Trish. But it still was bad. Becky coming in, they attacked Becky, whoop-de-doo. This promo just was not good. And I don't know where they're going to go through here. So that's where I'm at, one low point. Another, I had Indus Sher versus fucking Javier Bernal and whoever the other Jobber was. I didn't even catch that. I understand.
I know those two guys, too.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Kevin Ventura Cortez or something?
I know both of them. Where Raw was in my hometown.
Albany, yeah.
Yeah, and I know both of them.
But, I mean, that's where I'm at. Like, I get what they're doing in this year. I just hate these matches. I really do.
Yeah.
If you're going to make a team dominant, at least have some quality wrestlers in there. Like, you got plenty of people. That's just where I'm at.
I mean, you had Javier Bernal, but still, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I mean, at least
that's what I'm saying, March, though.
At least he's been on NXT and he's had a few matches instead of these guys that walk out of nowhere. And they're getting, a chance on Raw. That's great, but it doesn't make you look any better. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. And I agree 110% with you, Tony, on my last little point. JD McDonough versus Dolph Ziggler. This could have been fucking good with these two. They really could. And the way you do it on a double count out, and you don't even have like a 5-minute segment or match itself, it was gross. I didn't like it. That's just the best way to describe it. So that's where I was at. That's all I have for Raw.
All right. Elio, what'd you have?
So high points, I had the Miz Ricochet, Bronson Reed, Shinsuke, and I had the main event Seth Rollins and the Styles Judgment Day.
Oh.
Low point, the Trish Stratus promo in the sheer match, and like I was saying earlier, this is JD McDonough's debut on main roster, and this is what they gave us. So I gave another low point to the Dolph Ziggler match.
Yeah.
Yep.
I hear you. All right, Ben, what'd you have? Is that all you had, Elio? Sorry.
Yes.
My bad.
Yeah,
oh, okay. Go ahead, Ben.
I had all the same highs and lows as Elio. He nailed it. Let me just add a few bullet points.
Go ahead.
I love the fact that Shinsuke Nakamura is being presented seriously upon his return.
Yeah.
The fact that he is having like actual real matches and isn't doing comedy bits with Rick Boogs, it just makes my soul smile. It just, I'm so thrilled. And then you know, and the other thing that I'll add, you know, it's kind of the same thing that we all said about AJ and Seth. The one thing that I appreciated was the video package that they ran beforehand about their history in the past, where AJ had said, you know, this guy's gonna be something.
Yeah.
Because typically WWE doesn't acknowledge things that happened, you know, outside of WWE. Like there was a report recently about AJ Styles and Vince saying that Vince didn't know who AJ Styles was before he came to WWE.
I remember that.
Now I find that I can believe it because it's Vince, and I do think, and this isn't necessarily against Vince, but let's just be honest. You know, Vince is WWE, and Vince exists in his bubble. I think that's just reality. That's not necessarily a slight, but I think he is so zoned in on WWE that he just doesn't see anything else. But I still find that fact absolutely disturbing.
Yeah.
But this thing with Trish and Becky and this whole storyline, the bottom line for me is this, folks. Trish Stratus doesn't work as a heel because nobody wants to boo Trish Stratus. Okay? Now,
sure.
we can all say it's because she's gorgeous and I'm a red-blooded male. I understand. I'm right there on board with you. But aside from all of that, it's just she has always been, you know, WWE's, you know, sweetheart. She's always been the poster child for WWE and the women of the time period that I grew up in. Like, I don't want to boo Trish Stratus, and the position that they put her in to cut these promos, and I honestly can't say if this is her fault or not, if she just doesn't know how to cut these things, but the promos are painful on my ears.
I agree.
Like, you know how you said earlier, Tony, that you got an email about people finding your voice annoying?
Yeah. Fuck them.
Well, I agree. Otherwise, why the fuck are you listening to this podcast? Get the fuck away from us. You know, Tony's my boy now. Get the fuck off with Tony, or else he'll set me on you like a fucking pit bull, and I will happily go do that. Trust me, I in all seriousness, I take up for my friends. Don't fuck with my boys. Don't do that. But it's just, I don't get it. Like, what was the end goal with this? And I'm sure we'll find out. But it's just,
well, she's gonna be a regular, so.
But that's another thing I don't understand. Like, I'm glad you brought that up. Can I ask a question of the panel?
Go ahead.
why do you guys think that Trish Stratus is going to be a regular now? Can someone explain that to me?
Probably needs
One
the
last
money.
run?
One last run, yeah. Needs the money.
Maybe put the help to put the younger talent over.
Yeah, that too.
That could
I
be
believe
too.
that with Elio more so than what we all just said. I believe more what Elio just said to put more of the talent over.
Because I mean, look what she's doing with Becky. Like that. I mean,
Well,
Becky
plus-
doesn't need
well,
over,
But Becky doesn't need to be put over.
No,
Like,
no.
Right.
But
Like,
think of it this
Joey-
way, though. Think of it this way. The WWE, when they bring people back, okay, look at the part-timers. Brock is the biggest example I can use. Big attraction. They only use him once in a while, here and there. He rarely wrestles, rarely does anything. Pay-per-view time comes in, he gets that pay-per-view check. I think they were looking for that in the women's section division, and Trish came out. And Trish can still go. You look at somebody like Lita, good attraction, but can she really go like she used to? I honestly think Trish would more than Lita, in my opinion.
I think so too. I
You know
think
what I'm
Lita's
saying?
got more. I think Lita's got more mileage on her than Trish does.
Yes, than Trish does.
I really
yeah,
do.
That I believe.
In terms of wrestling, yes,
Yeah.
because because Lita wrestled a more physical style. Lita was the kamikaze of her time.
Right.
You know, but it's just I don't know. I'm not blaming this on Trish, but I see Trish as a symptom of WWE's problem extending into the women. Instead of diving into fixing a current problem, they go back to the well of people back in our time to put a Band-Aid over it. And eventually, those people, as much as we love them, they're not going to fix the problem anymore. So what the fuck are you going to do?
Yeah.
You know? And that's my issue. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's all I had for highs and lows of Raw. Sorry, I just had to ask you that question.
No, you're good. You're good. All right. So overall, I gave Raw a B- for this show. Wasn't too bad, but
that was very kind.
It was. And the thing of it is, I didn't want to go a C+ because then I didn't want to take away with Ricochet, the women's, and Seth and AJ and all that other shit that happened in between. Because it wasn't, and I get what they're doing. They're planning everything. So that's why I was like, you know what? I think a B- would be more appropriate than a C+. Ben, what'd you give it?
I'm sorry, but I am going to go with a C+.
No, that's right. Hey, you don't need to be sorry. Elliot, what'd you give it?
I went the B-.
See? No. Clay, what'd you give it?
I went with a B-.
All right, there you go.
So,
all right, so it is time for NXT. Clay, take it away.
All right, let's go right into NXT. High points. Honestly, as much as I hated this rivalry, this match wasn't that bad. Gigi Dolan versus JC Jane.
Yeah.
In that steel cage. You know, like I said, the rivalry sucked throughout. The promo sucked majorly to start that. But the match was pretty good between these girls. Hopefully this is it. Honestly, Gigi getting the win. And they put out a good match. Another high point I gave to Carmelo Hayes was Noam Dar. Chemistry was decent with it. Like, even though Noam Dar's character is like iffy with me, this whole group that he has now is like, oh god. But he still put on a really good match with Carmelo Hayes. So I thought this was good. Baron Corbin comes out and attacks Carmelo afterwards.
Yeah.
Now he's in NXT. I mean, I like it. I do. It gets Baron something to do.
Right?
Job on Raw, you know? So that's where I'm at.
Maybe when he returns to the main roster, we'll get the Lone Wolf gimmick back.
That's true.
That's true. I hope so.
God, that would so make me happy. Like if I could hear Tommy Vex's voice on his intro music again, I would just die of happiness. I really would. Because to me, that's the only gimmick that has ever worked for Baron.
I agree.
I think Baron gets a bad rap because, let's be honest, I think on social media he's made some boo-boos, and I think he really does resent the fans who don't like him for legitimate reasons, and he kind of goes back at them and kind of the fuck you attitude. I'm not going to hear from you if you don't have something positive to say. Which for the uber negative people, I can understand that from any wrestler's perspective, but I think that makes the people who are trying to make legitimate arguments get lost in the shuffle. And it's like when you say fuck you, it's like you're saying fuck you to all of us.
Yeah.
And that's when I have a problem.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah,
that just doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah. Well, that's all I have for high points, low points, and I hated to do it. Tiffany Stratton's promo / celebration.
That was tough.
Glad she's champ. I really am. I'm glad to see it and looking forward to what she's doing with it. But your first challenger is another goddamn battle royal? You just had one.
So can you hear the tone in her voice? She sounded nervous on the microphone.
She did.
She did.
She did.
Yeah, and that was the other thing I was getting to. Is like, it was in her first promo up there as champ. I'm sure the nerves got to her. I understand that completely.
It did.
But this wasn't a good promo. And I feel like she lost the crowd with this promo. That's where I'm at with it. So I had to give my girl a low point. Sorry. It's just that's how it is. And another low point, Cora Jade versus Ivy Nile. I can't stand Cora Jade no more, guys. I can't.
And I was rooting for this match to be good.
I was too. I really was. But there was no chemistry at all. Nile gets the interference with Rock's daughter, whatever her what was her name?
Ava.
Thank you. Ava Rain. But there's no thing with Cora Jade. I'm sorry. This whole heel gimmick of hers is just not working. It's not there. So even with Ivy Nile, as talented as she is, it just wasn't there. Another side notes I gave, also Mustafa Ali is on NXT, and we'll see where that goes. So gives him something to do.
Him and Wesley.
If anybody needs a reboot, it's Ali. So I really don't have a problem with it.
And the mystery attacker was Blair Davenport.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see where that goes too. But that's all I have for NXT. Tony, what'd you have?
I had the same thing. I'm not going to repeat it. I had exactly the same shit. So I'll pass it on.
All right. Elio, what'd you have?
I basically had the same. The only thing I added was not the Carmelo Hayes Noam Dar match as a low point, but the Carmelo Hayes promo earlier in the show.
Yeah.
And every time Carmelo went to the trick, repeating right after.
Yeah.
Same shit.
That shit was getting me so annoying.
Right?
Oh my God.
And then the backstage interaction, the backstage interaction with him and Lash Legend and Oro Mensa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ben, what'd you have?
So I had a lot of the same. The only thing that I can't give a high point that Clay did was Gigi Dolan and JC Jane. It just seemed off to me, but largely I can't get into the feud, so that's why I couldn't give the match a high point. I'm not saying it was a bad match, but it's not quite at the high point level. And then Joe Coffey versus Stacks, I would also say was a low point.
Okay.
That doesn't really make a lot of sense. And then can somebody legitimately explain something to me?
What's that?
What is it with Noam Dar and Lash Legend and Jakari Jackson?
That came out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah,
it did. Went from Alicia Fox to freaking Lash Legend and whoever this Jackson girl is.
Alicia Fox.
Well, no, it's just like because I remember him on the main roster with Alicia Fox, and by the way, I have appreciation for Alicia Fox. By the way,
Yeah.
I think she got a bad rap, and then of course she left on really bad terms because I think she was an alcoholic, and then she went to rehab. So I'm not judging her for that. Trust me. Glad she got herself cleaned up. But but Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend, the one who sucks. I don't understand why she has a job. I really don't. This pairing or this group just absolutely makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm completely lost. And then obviously the Tiffany Stratton promo. I wanted more for her. For that, but I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt and chalk it up to nerves because everything else that I've seen from her I really liked. That's all I had.
Alrighty. Overall, I gave NXT a C+ this week. Tony, what'd you give it?
Same thing. I gave it a C+.
All right. Elio, what'd you give it?
Same C+.
All right. And Ben, what'd you give it?
Clean sweep, C+.
Awesome sauce. We're going to Dynamite with Elio.
Please don't use that term again. Please. It gives me the creeps.
I gave a high point to the Lucha Brothers Bandito Blackpool Combat Club.
Mm-hmm.
Low point. I don't know why they're calling this Juice Robinson and Jay White Bullet Club Gold. That makes no sense.
What the fuck is Jesus?
And I cannot stand Juice Robinson. His screaming or whatever.
Oh my God.
He's terrible. Tony Khan's announcement. Don Callis' promo.
Ugh.
The Statlander Not a Rose match. Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy should not be beating guys the size of the Gates of Agony.
Thank you.
He shouldn't be beating anybody.
That was the lowest of low points. When those two got, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Elio.
No, I'm done. All those I just mentioned are my low points. I only gave a high point to Lucha Brothers match.
Okay, and then can I go since I
accidentally
cut you off? Go ahead, man.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
I accidentally cut you off. I apologize. But I'm gonna start with Gates of Agony and Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin. Look. Thank you, because this pisses me off more than anything I've seen recently on Dynamite, and that's saying something. Number one, before we even get into the match, and I got plenty to say about that, why are Khan and Lona on Dynamite?
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck knows?
I agree.
They are Ring of Honor talent, okay? They're Ring of Honor 6-man champs with Brian Cage. They are Ring of Honor talent, period. I don't want to see Ring of Honor talent on AEW because the last time we had that, the entire build up to the previous pay-per-view before Double or Nothing, the entire time I'm like, stop with the ROH bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But
I agree.
But they keep throwing that shit out there.
Oh yeah.
But this, Tony, was the biggest bunch of bullshit I have ever seen from an ROH perspective. Those guys are killers. They are epic professional wrestlers for what they do, in my opinion. They have that rare thing that when they come out, somebody's going to get their ass whipped,
mm-hmm.
which I always appreciate. and then you expect me to believe that guys the size of Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin are now. I don't mean to sound like I have the Vince McMahon approach. You know, like I got a hard on for Braun Strowman or something. but it's just like, for guys that are as talented as Gates of Agony and you only bring them on AEW TV so much. I think you've only brought them on AEW TV once. You're gonna have them lose to those guys? Really?
Yep.
Really?
Exactly. Doesn't make sense.
So that was like, that was the one low point that legitimately pissed me off. And then for the rest of the low points, this Juice Robinson thing, I don't get it. I really like him, but just what he's doing with Ricky Starks and Jay White is just pissing me off. Because both of those guys, Jay White and Juice Robinson, they are way too talented and should be elevated in the upper card. And what are they doing? And then I also have to give a low point to the Acclaim segment. I'm sorry, I don't want to see Billy Gunn get another run, and that was the entire.
Yeah.
That was the entire.
You just made my wife upset. she loves the Acclaim.
well, Kaylee, I'm sorry we haven't officially met, but if we ever do, if we ever do, I'm sure we'd have a delightful conversation. But it's just I'm sorry, you know, as wrestlers, I think that they're very talented, but the gimmick is just wearing on my last nerve. It really is. Chris Statlander versus Nyla Rose, and aside from the very obvious, let me ask you a question. Unless I missed something, because I don't watch Rampage, when is the last time Nyla Rose was on Dynamite? Does anybody remember?
No.
Has she been injured at all?
I don't think so. They just didn't have nothing for her.
Yeah.
So, okay, with that being said, why the fuck was she on a TBS championship match? This is what drives me.
You got me.
What's her record, anyways?
I don't know. Does anyone really care?
Because that's when they obviously they go by that, or sometimes they don't.
What
the fuck?
I think they did away with the ranking stuff, so I think that's why they got away with they get away from the record aspect of things. But see, when it comes to championship matches, I'm like, you got to give me a reason why somebody's getting a championship match. They have to earn one.
Right.
And
they don't do that. That's the biggest downfall for AEW is that they don't do that shit.
No, and now granted Chris Statlander was a surprise return, and you know, she came back from injury at Double or Nothing, so I'll give that a pass for the surprise factor. But in any other situation, I would say the same thing about her. But it's just, why not have her come back and talk to the fans? And then
I think Nyla Rose is 9-6.
Jesus.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm honestly asking, does anybody amongst the millions of people outside of my niece who has a dog named Nyla Rose after the wrestler Nyla Rose.
Does she really?
You have to forgive her. She's 5.
Oh yeah, well of course. But what kind of dog is it? Wait a minute, I gotta know.
It's a Chihuahua.
God,
you gotta love Chihuahuas.
After we're done,
I had one too though. I ain't gonna lie.
After we're gonna have the top 10 win-loss records here.
But
do you really?
2023.
You know, but
you have them?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I found it on this cagematch.net.
But that was actually it for my high points, low points. I just I don't get it. I guess this Dynamite was better than recent ones because it had the excitement of the Double or Nothing fallout. But it's just Don Callis should never be on a microphone ever again.
He's still on with that scar on his head.
I just And Tony Schiavone, and I'm sorry, I know he's in the book, and I'm not saying this for this reason, but commentators should not be in storylines. I'm sorry.
No, we've been saying that for the longest time.
Yep.
Unless you're Jim fucking Ross.
He gets a pass on it. You know?
That's JR.
But
Come on. But it's just like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like I don't care about your distaste for Don Callis.
But what really, now I'm talking from a wrestler's point of view.
That's what I love to hear. So go ahead.
What gets me upset is that they've been in the business for a very long time, and I give them that. But they've never were on the level of a pro wrestler. This is going to be painful for me to say this, but if Taz were to be the one to do that, then that's fine. Why? Because he does have experience in the ring.
Yeah,
Tony Schiavone doesn't. Jim Ross doesn't. So for me, it's like, I mean, even Excalibur, I would even give a pass to that because he was a worker at one point. You know what I'm saying? Corey Graves, I would give a pass because he was a worker at one point too. Unfortunate accident that happened to him leads him to still.
He was a worker for a long time, I think.
Yeah, a very long time. But TV wise, it was a short period because he was in NXT. But so that's why I get on people like Tony Schiavone, because it's like, bro, you can't. You seriously gonna talk that shit? It's like keyboard warriors. You know what I'm saying? They could be fucking like 90 pounds soaking wet, but then you want to talk shit to me? Get the fuck out of here, because if I see you, you ain't going to be talking that shit to me. That's the problem that I have. That's why I said somebody like Taz, as painful as everybody knows, I can't stand Taz. If he were to be like that, then that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. Why? Because he ain't going to, if a wrestler would approach him, he's not going to back down. He will. I should not see Taz getting beat up severely, even though he's older. But I shouldn't see him getting beat up severely by other than somebody like Tony Schiavone. If like, that's why I said when I saw MJF do that water at him, did Tony Schiavone do anything? Nope. Why not? Because he'll get his fucking ass beat. Now, now twist it up the other way. If MJF would have done that to Taz, would have been a different story. I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. You know what I'm saying? So that
I absolutely believe it would be. Yeah.
That's the point I'm trying to make here, is that if you've been a commentator all your fucking life, Michael Cole's another one. Big example with Michael Cole. He tried getting into the ring and he got his ass beat. He won a WrestleMania match, but that was some buffoonery there.
With Michael Cole, but honestly, with Michael Cole, that was more storyline. He was never a serious.
Right. But that's why I said, but even still, he did the chicken shit thing that he was supposed to do. Why? Because he's not a wrestler. He is not a wrestler. So, he's supposed to act like that. Tony Schiavone, he's supposed to be a babyface commentator, but then yet talks all that shit. And then it's like, no, bro, no, that's not your place, man. And that's the problem that I fucking have.
And yet, while Britt Baker was a heel, he was like best friends with her while he was a face commentator.
Oh my god! So, anyways, that's my opinion on this, because I had everything you guys had. So, Clay, did you go?
Not yet. All
right, go ahead.
High points. The only thing I had: BBC versus Lucha Bros and Bandito. First of all, what the fuck was Bandito wearing? That just threw me off big time with the red and white and the little fuzzy balls. I'm like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
But that was the only high point for this Dynamite. Low point, same. Gates of Agony versus Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy. Tell me that these ROH Tag Team Champions are going to lose to a team that's never even been a team. And with those two being Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy, blew my fucking mind that this fucking happened. I'm like, whatever, sure. Low point. Hook segments was a fucking low point.
Thank you.
Still no fucking promo with this kid. Then Preston Vance, and I'm not sure who the other guy was with him.
Came out.
What Elio said was with him, beating up on Hook. Here comes Jungle Boy.
That's the only part that made me happy when those two guys beat Hook down.
Well, here's my thing. If Hook's such a badass and such a motherfucking I don't know, gold of shit that AEW is looking at, shouldn't he have already beat the shit out of those two guys?
Right?
You think? Right? Shouldn't he have ran through them like you expect him to fucking do? If he's gonna put Big Bill and yet he can't take against Preston Vance and whoever the fuck Elio said, come on, you're kidding me, right? And then Jungle Boy goes from the main event of Double or Nothing to now being Hook's lackey, sidekick. Bullshit.
Big slap in the face.
It is, and Jungle Boy's a lot better than that. That's just where I was. That whole point was a low point. Side notes, just like we said, way too much Tony Schiavone. And I'm not saying his name. Just he had 3 in-ring promos, or well, not really promos, but like interviews per se with other wrestlers. And then the fact that Sting comes out, he's still doing the Sting.
But did you notice? Did you notice when he did it? He was like, "Oh my God, it's Sting! It's Sting!" Like he really had to. Oh my God, that was so fucking annoying.
It is. It's awful. Too much of that bullshit, man. I'm sick of him. Like we've all said, he's fucking annoying as hell. And that's where I'm at with it. That's all I have from fucking Dynamite.
All right, overalls.
I give it a D.
I thought I was nice. I gave it a C minus.
Fuck no, I'm with Elio, man. I gave that shit a D.
There you go.
God.
All right,
Ben.
what do you think, Ben?
I'll give it a C minus.
Ah.
Oh, you're so kind.
All right, let's get right into SmackDown. Low point I had was the Grayson Waller effect. I'm tired of seeing this. Stop it.
That intro.
It did work for NXT. It's not going to work on the main roster.
No, I can't stand it. It's fucking stupid. Now, I'm going to sound a little bit of a hypocrite here because on my high point, I did enjoy the ladies pull apart.
that brawl, that was I gave that brawl a high point. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to say this because I'm going to sound a little picky, but that's because I am. Bianca Belair. Now, granted, I get it. It was a pull apart between her and Asuka, but her punches were awful. I was like, wait a minute, Bianca, you're better than that. What the fuck kind of punches are you fucking throwing here? I was just like disappointed with that. But either way, I get it. They're supposed to, do that, and that's fine. My other high point I had was Theory and Pretty Deadly versus the Brawling Brutes. I thought that was good. LA Knight versus Montez Ford. Good match. Right person won, too, because I'm rooting for LA Knight to win this whole fucking thing. And then my other high point I had was Jimmy Uso's promo, the whole bloodline thing, everything, man. It had you, it grabbed you. And then at one point, I was even thinking to myself, I'm like, man, fucking Roman's alone. Solo was straight up like, those are my brothers, and walked over with them. And then all of a sudden, I was I seriously was looking at it, and I was just like, man, so what now? That's how I was looking at it. I was like, so wait a minute, what now? Roman by himself? I mean, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden, Solo fucking nails him with the fucking spike. I was like, it's still going, yes! So that, I did like that. I thought that was pretty cool. Elio, what'd you have?
Yeah, I had the high points, the Braun Brutes and Pretty Deadly Theory, LA Knight, and the Usos Bloodline segment. The points I had Lacey Evans and Selena Vega.
Did you really? You had that as a low point?
Yeah, I mean,
I couldn't find it in my heart to put it as a low point because Selena won.
Right?
I mean, it's just
I just couldn't.
And
I know I shouldn't, but I just
had the Grayson Waller effect because everyone coming out one after another, talking over each other.
Yeah,
bad. It was really bad.
So that's all I got for high point, low points.
All right, Ben, what you have?
So obviously the high point was the Bloodline segment. I mean, that is storytelling at its finest. This is like the greatest thing since sliced bread in professional wrestling. This is just because, I'll be honest with you, I kind of knew that Roman wasn't going to turn all the way face because it's just not time yet. Do I think that eventually he'll go babyface again? Yes, I do. After this is over, I think ultimately that's going to be the ending. I think because eventually, I think everybody's going to kick his ass at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that's the ultimate go-home point at the end of this, and I think it should be. Now, how they get there at this point, I have no idea. They've done a masterful job. I have no idea what's next, and that's why
they're having you guessing.
They do,
and
yes.
That's why I say I'm enjoying this so much because like I've been watching wrestling so long that I can typically pick out, okay, well this is where they're probably gonna go with this. And I honestly couldn't tell you, and I love the fact that they have me guessing. I absolutely love it.
Oh yeah.
Now, otherwise, I can't really be too generous and give you any other high points.
Which is fine.
Because if I were to, I would give it to Pretty Deadly and Austin Theory, versus the Brawling Brutes. But there's just something about Pretty Deadly. This gimmick, I can't do it.
Well, if I had to be picky, it is different. It is different. Yeah. But if I had to be picky, the one thing I have noticed about Pretty Deadly is that they oversell a little bit too much, like the Dolph Ziggler sell. You know what I'm saying? But they're more exaggerated when they do their selling. But if I just had to be picky, does it mean anything?
Their whole gimmick is over exaggerated. I can't, and I know it's professional wrestling and it's not meant to be taken seriously to a certain extent. I get that, I had a psychology book in college one time, and it actually pissed me off. It was like the Maslow's hierarchy thing, and for some reason they actually listed in the textbook pro wrestling as the lowest of lowbrow entertainment.
Jesus.
Wow.
As an example of Maslow's hierarchy in terms of entertainment. And that pissed me off. But it's just this kind of stuff. If you don't know professional wrestling and all of a sudden Pretty Deadly comes on the screen and you don't know how good they are as professional wrestlers, you're looking at it like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at the psychology book, and I'm like, well, this is why this is listed like this shit, because the general public is looking at this like, what the fuck is wrong with people who watch this shit? So that's why I can't get behind Pretty Deadly. But it's just everything around SmackDown that doesn't have the bloodline involved, just, and pardon the pun, it really does seem like it's on the island of irrelevancy. and that's the problem for all the other people on the roster, because that's not fair to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's an honest to God problem.
Yeah.
So that's all I had for SmackDown.
Okay, but before we go to you, Clay, I gotta ask you guys, what do you guys think of the new belt?
I love it.
I hate it.
I love it. You hate it? Really?
I absolutely not. I hate it because, and I'll tell you exactly why.
Okay.
To me, it is almost the exact same as the new world heavyweight title minus the Diamonds tribute for the 60 years.
Yeah.
Which I think does separate that belt a little bit, and a little subtle nods to different aspect of wrestling. So I do appreciate that. But the thing is, it's just such laziness is what it symbolizes to me. Like, this is your biggest championship, and like, you're pushing Roman Reigns to the moon, justifiably so, as you should, because this gimmick and this storyline is awesome, and that's the best you can give him. I mean, to me, and I don't mean to be cruel, but at least the World Heavyweight title looks like it's paying homage to the big gold belt, and they explained the subtle nods to pro wrestling's past within the belt. So I could buy into that a little bit, but it's just you know what it looks like to me. It looks like a toy. It looks like a toy belt from Toys R Us.
Damn. I see what they were doing by changing the color, because that's all they pretty much did. But sure, I get why they did it. I'm a little disappointed. I don't mind it. I'm a little disappointed because I thought they would change it. I thought they would just change it up. You know.
I'm glad that they get away with the color thing, because
the
color thing was an insult to my intelligence. It made me feel like I was back in kindergarten. No, red
here
is for
the colors. Which one do you want? Fuck out of here.
Red is for Raw.
I've always said that though, man. Fuck that.
Raw is the red brand and SmackDown is the blue brand. Well, thank you, Vince.
Yeah.
You know, I went to college, you dumb fuck. But anyway, I would just appreciate a little bit more effort.
Yeah. I agree with that too. I'm just glad there's one belt.
It's just one. Yeah, because remember we even talked about that too. Of all right, well, what are they gonna do? Because you got a world champion, and then now Roman's still carrying two belts. So hopefully, just carry that one.
That part I appreciate. The fact because I was like looking at my watch waiting for that, but the fact that they did it on his 1,000th day, or to celebrate his 1,000th. Milestone, that was cool. That made it feel special. But I just wish the actual design of the belt was a little bit more,
just a little different.
But honestly, what else could you have done though? Like, I get it's a WWE title and stuff, but it could be like the spinner belt, be like a smaller version, but now it's like the big WWE logo on it. Which I get it's the same thing, but it's like, what else can you do? Be creative,
but to me, Clay, and I understand that attitude. I do,
right?
But at the same point, to that attitude is almost like accepting mediocrity, and I can't stand that.
Yeah.
Like, to me, being mediocre is my mortal enemy. That's like my worst fear, and I apply that to every aspect of life, including professional wrestling. And it's just like, nah.
So, all right, Clay, what you got?
Yeah, actually, the same thing as all you guys had. Really, the whole bloodline thing. LA Knight defeated Montez Ford. I'm definitely down for that.
Hell yeah.
Ford would have been good in the Money Bank, I feel like, but hey, LA Knight's just got to be in this, and he's got to win it. Sorry, that's just how I feel.
last two in the Money Bank, Montez Ford, LA Knight, Montez Ford turns heel.
Ooh, very good.
I would like that, but I don't see them breaking up the Street Profits.
They need some kind of change, but we'll see.
They do. Yeah.
What else you got?
Well, points also the Grayson Waller effect. Like I said, it didn't work in NXT, and it's not going to work now. So that's just I hate the whole thing about it. And that's all I have for SmackDown.
I hear you.
Speaking of Grayson Waller, just real quick, does anybody else find it interesting that since he debuted, he hasn't had a match?
That's right. Yeah, he's been doing a fucking Grayson Waller effect.
Like, and this guy can fucking wrestle. Like,
he can.
why isn't he wrestling?
I agree.
No, to be honest.
Right.
Seriously, like who knows? They're doing something with him. We'll just wait and see. Overall, I gave SmackDown a B+ this week. Clay, what'd you give it?
I'm right there, but I gave it a B.
All right. Ben, what'd you give it?
I'll give it a B on the strength of the bloodline.
All right. Elio, what'd you give it?
I'll give it a B as well.
All right. It is time for Battle of the A Show. Those that are new to that, basically what we do is we pick which show was the A Show for the week. And it's just a friendly competition between each brands, which goes all the way up till WrestleMania. Elio, Raw is winning right now, right? What's the score for everybody?
All right, so the score for Raw is. Let me get my notes here because it shut down on me.
Did it really?
Oh,
yeah.
Son of a bitch!
All right,
goddamn
so
computer.
Raw has 5, NXT 1, SmackDown 2, and AEW 0.
Oh boy, not surprising, but anyway.
No.
All right, so let's go with Clay this week. What's your pick for the A Show?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and pick SmackDown this week due to the Bloodline storyline, the LA Night match, the whole new belt. I dug it. So I gave it SmackDown.
All right. Let's go with Ben. What's your pick for the A Show this week?
I would have to give it to SmackDown largely because of what we saw with the Bloodline story progression.
Okay. Elio, what's your pick for the A Show?
I've got SmackDown as well.
All right. Don't matter what the fuck I pick. SmackDown wins it. No, but honestly, I would have picked SmackDown, though. I would have. For me, it was the best show for the week. All right. Let's get right into the book. Those that are new to that, basically what we do is we put the most ridiculous things that happen in the week of wrestling. And, it's just there. Make you laugh.
Yeah.
There you go.
For sure.
All right. You guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Baldy Sam's go fuck yourself.
Fuck him.
Wasn't that one a lifer?
Yeah, I think we noted that was a lifer.
Wasn't that a lifer?
Oh, fuck.
I was in the past episode, I think episode 256.
Yes.
Oh, well, yeah, he should be.
Damn right. So hold on. Let me put that motherfucker in the lifer.
Yes.
That son of a bitch. I can't stand it. That way I don't have to.
Oh, my God. And the thing is, he thinks he's so special.
He does.
He really does. And it just pisses me the fuck off.
But you know what's funny? I'm looking at the lifer book section of the book, and he's on here twice. You guys know that?
Oh, because it's chia pet hair, right? With some Sam Roberts chia pet hair.
Then that means he's in here 3 times.
Wait, what's the other one then?
But it's the chia pet hair.
Yeah.
Sam Roberts, go fuck yourself, and then Baldy Sam's go fuck yourself.
Okay, I got you.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's like the Hall of Fame. Some people go in there multiple times. Well, congratulations, Sam Roberts. You're a 3-time loser. What do we have for him, Tony?
You know what? Let me read off the rest of the lifers. Chris Benoit, Taz, New Day's Pancakes, Brie Bella's Botches, Sam Roberts' Chia Pet hair, beard, Ronda's promo skills, Renee Young, Shane's, it just says Shane. Shane's
damn ego.
Yes, Shane's damn ego.
What about Renee Young? Put her in there as a lifer.
I think it's when she was started to do commentary.
Yes,
that's when we did it. Yeah,
she was really
she was
bad.
terrible. Matt Riddle's Chonkless, AEW fanboys, Sam Roberts, go fuck yourself, AEW rankings, Tony Khan's damn ego, and Baldy Sam's go fuck yourself. Wow. Let me take that shit off because then I'm going to end up repeating that shit next week's show. No Trick Willie shot.
Stays.
AEW time management.
Stays.
Orange's knapsack.
That stays.
Trick's non-fitted hat. And there's Julian saying it last to hear himself. Trick's non-fitted hat.
Stays.
Absolutely.
AEW's absurd commentary.
Stays.
Definitely stays.
Yeah.
Tony Shitvani.
Stays.
Barney's stolen hat.
Stays. Absolutely.
Porn stash McMahon.
Stays.
And last but not least, fuck's wrong with Tony Khan's eyes?
Stays.
Definitely stays, man, because let me tell you something. I can't get enough of saying that every fucking week. So it's not going in the lifer section just yet.
I say never because it's part of the book now.
I know, right? Exactly. All right, with that being said, that's the end of the show, but make sure you tune in after the show. Why? Because we have the 5-second shuffle championship, which Clay is the current title holder.
Yep.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there you go. And,
Yep.
and if you're new to that, basically what I do is I hit the shuffle button on my phone with my playlist, and I only play 5 seconds of it, and these guys got to guess who it is, and the first 1 to 7 wins is just how we ride off into the sunset until next week where we give you more guys some content. So make sure you tune in. Play along, too. See if you guys are good at it, because I got some emails, too. Motherfuckers say, this game is so easy. Bullshit.
Okay.
Bullshit.
No, it's far from easy.
It is far from easy.
I can tell you as a semi-new guy that this is freaking hard.
It's hard, man. And these guys, and here's the thing. We have the forbidden songs. And if the forbidden songs pop up at any given time for anybody, they get a minus from their score. So if they have 2 and a forbidden song comes up, they're right back down to 1. They can even be in the negatives, and Julian's a fucking pro at that. But here's the fucking shut up. Here's the forbidden songs: Taz, Chris Benoit, Reba Giggle, Hook, Lash Legend, and Julian Hall. I do gotta say this, man, and you guys are gonna hate me. You guys, I know it right now. I keep looking at Lash Legend. I'm like, goddamn. But anyway, that's just it. That's it.
No,
she's fucking beautiful, man.
She is. She's pretty.
And I'm rooting for her to fucking do good so I can see more of her on TV. But her wrestling is just so fucking bad. Jesus Christ.
I'm right there with you, brother.
Wow.
She's good.
She is. Yes, she is. With that being said, I'm your host, Tony Diaz, along with the $50 man,
Clay Cummings,
and the gentleman,
Elio Canella,
and the original,
Ben Pierce.
And Julian should fucking know I ain't gonna fucking mention him. Love, peace, and wrestling. We'll see you next week.
Peace out.
All right, Clay, you got champion's advantage. You can either go first or pass it off to Elio, how I have it on my screen.
I'm going first.
Man, hey, okay.
Yeah.
All right, you sure?
I'm positive.
All right, here's your first one.
I'm all grown up now, and I listen and learn the true star, and I'm finally getting my turn.
Stephanie McMahon.
Yes, it is. Stephanie McMahon, you are on the board with 1. It's off to Elio. Elio, you ready?
Yep.
All right, you're looking all over the place like, where the fuck am I? All right, here's your first one.
Everyone?
Oh!
No,
What
come on.
is a dentist's favorite dinosaur?
You know I got to play this part.
A velociraptor.
That's why I was looking around.
Elio was man. So that's a good call on Clay's part, because actually it wouldn't have went on you anyways. It would have actually went to Ben. Ben would have gotten that.
Well.
Yeah, if you think about it. Yeah. All right, so it's off to Ben. Elio's got -1. Clay's got 1. It's off to Ben. Ben can get his first one with this one. Here you go.
I have no idea. I'm not even going to waste your time.
Julian for the steal.
Mickey James.
No, it is not. Clay for the steal.
Chris Statlander.
No, it is not. Elio for the steal.
Sasha Banks.
No, it is not. This one is, I never heard this one. And I actually text Clay and I said, you know what? I just added 65 more songs to this playlist between NXT and AEW. Yeah. And WWE, a couple from WWE, and this was one of them. It's Cedric Alexander.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, no wonder nobody knows what that is, because
goddamn.
When is he ever on TV? I mean, I love
That's
Cedric.
true.
Don't get me wrong, but it's like, oh my god.
Yeah. Yep. All right, nobody gets a point on that. It's off to Julian. He can get his first one with this one. Here you go.
Los Fuegos están aquí.
Death Triangle.
No, it is not. Clay for the steal.
Pac.
No, it is not. Elio for the steal.
The FX tuning gobernables.
No, it is not. Ben for the steal.
Lucha Brothers.
No, it is not. It's Too Fast, Too Fuego. Fuego del Sol, and what's that other guy's name? I forgot. But I guess apparently they're a tag, and this is what they came out to. I have no fucking idea.
Oh, I know. The one we used to be Callisto, right?
Yes.
Oh.
All right, so nobody gets a point on that. It's off to Clay. Clay's got 1. He can get 2 with this one. Here you go.
Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you.
The Elite.
Yes, it is. The Elite. You are on the board with 1. It's on to Elio. Elio, or 2. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
It's on to... don't hit me. All right, it's on to Elio. Elio's got -1. Let's see if he can crawl out the hole with this one. Here you go.
Sami Zayn.
Yes, it is. Sami Zayn. You got that -1 off you. You're back to 0. It's off to Ben. Ben's got 0. He can get his first one with this one. Here you go.
I will never let go of my
I don't know, Madcap Moss.
No, it is not. Julian for the steal.
Ethan Page.
It is Ethan Page. Yes, you are on the board with 1. Who's it on? Jesus Christ, I lost my count.
Clay.
Julian.
It's on who?
No,
Julian.
It's on Clay. Julian already went.
No, that was
I
Ben.
stole
That
it.
was Ben's pick.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Ben's pick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
So
I
Julian's
got that right.
There you go.
All right, Julian's got 1. It's on to Julian. He can get 2 with this one. Here you go.
Lance Archer.
No, it is not. Clay for the steal.
Braun Breaker.
It is Braun Breaker. Yes.
Yeah.
You are on the board with 3. Wow, it's on to Clay.
Yeah.
Shit. He's on a fucking roll. Wait, no, I shouldn't have said that.
Damn it, you jinxed it.
Clay's got 3. Yeah, I know, right? Clay's got 3. He can get 4 with this one. Here you go.
Charlotte Flair?
It is Charlotte Flair, yes.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Clay
Yo.
is running away with this one. He's got 4. It's on to Elio. Elio's got 0, but he can have 1 with this one. Here you go.
Batista.
It is Batista. Yes, you are on the board with 1. It's on to Ben. Ben's got 0. He can get his first one with this one. Here you go.
Mustafa Ali. I don't know.
No, it is not. Julian for the steal. Wake the fuck up.
Trying to think.
Yeah, you're trying
Wardlow?
to think. Fucking drool's coming out your goddamn mouth. Yo, I'm trying to think. No, it is not. Clay for the steal.
Shayna Baszler?
No, it is not. Elio for the steal.
Raquel Rodriguez.
No, it is not. It's Zoe Starks.
Damn it.
Zoe Starks. Yes, that's who it is. All right, who's it on now? I got all discombobulated. there.
Me.
It's on
Julian,
you?
yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Julian. I don't need an explanation. Just say it's on you. All right, Julian's got 1. He can get 2 with this one. Here you go. That's what you get. What's sad is that's a good fucking song.
It is.
It is.
Unfortunately.
I can't take that back. I can't take that not back, but I can't take that away. All right, he's back down to 0. Goes to Clay. Clay's got 4. He can have 5 with this one. Here you go.
Bray Wyatt?
No, it is not. Elio for the steal.
Drew McIntyre.
It is Drew McIntyre.
Shaman Tarvis.
Wow.
Yes. Yep.
Wow.
You're not getting extra points, Elio. Jesus Christ.
I only have my 2 points. I'm all good.
There you go.
That brings Elio to 2. It's on to... Wait, who's it on? It's on to Elio.
Elio. Yep.
It's on to Elio. He can have 3 with this one. Here you go.
And he was in the fantasy match, Matt Riddle.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was. All right, it's on to Ben.
Yep.
Ben's got 0. He can get his first one with this one. Here you go.
Biscuits and gravy. Maybe a man.
Just the infected.
Yes, just the infested.
That's such a good song. I love
Why
that.
is that a good song?
Because every
such a
time
good
my
one.
wife makes biscuits and gravy, I sing that song. She gets mad at me, so it's such a good song. I just start at the table, biscuits and gravy. Maybe
Do you really do that?
Yes, I do. She's like, "Wait, shut the fuck up." I do. I don't care.
Oh my
bro.
God,
I
that's
do.
hilarious.
Yes,
That is
I love
hilarious.
It makes
All
me
right.
happy.
Ben's got 1. He's on the board. Julian's got 0. He's the only one that doesn't have a point. It's on to Julian. He can get his first one with this one. Here you go. No, he will not.
There, no.
Oh, come on.
See, this is what happens when you sleep on
I get hooked.
What? Was that supposed to
I
be a
get
joke? Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Where's the sound guy at? Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Don't say that on the air. That's
All right, it's on to Clay. Clay's got 4. He can have 5 with this one. Here you go. Oh,
God damn. God, nice.
that is Taz. Which brings Clay right back to 3. Elio
That's
caught
all right.
up. He's at 3.
By the way, Julian, you just woke up my 14-year-old dog. I should kick your ass.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit. Thanks.
Oh my God. All right, it's on to Elio. Elio's got 3. He can have 4 and take the lead with this one. Here you go.
Roman Reigns.
It is Roman Reigns. It is. See, and the thing of it is that could have been the Shield. But
It could have.
the thing of it is, they do say that in the beginning. Sierra.
Yep.
They go off. So,
Yeah. Right.
that was a good call on you, Elio. Elio is on the board with 4. Shit, I didn't give him the point. There you go. He's on the board with 4. It's on to Ben. Ben's got 1. He can have 2 with this one. Here you go.
It's sexual, baby. And I want to give it
You want to take a test?
Big Vis.
What'd you say?
What?
Big
No,
Vis Viscera.
No, it is not. What the fuck's your name? Julian for the steal.
Mark Henry.
It is
Oh,
Mark Henry.
Oh,
Sexual chocolate, bro.
It is Mark Henry.
Well, you know, I can tell you exactly what threw me off.
What?
So I was perusing Twitter and I saw the music video for Viscera.
Yeah.
And they were and in the video they were explaining how he transferred to that sexual gimmick.
Yeah.
And I think they were playing a theme very similar to that over the video.
Oh. Well, yeah. I can see why you said that. Yeah.
I can see it.
But you should have saw everybody else's face. They were like, what? All right, it's on to Julian. Julian got a point off of that. Took the steal. It's on to him. He can have 2 with this one. Here you go. No, God,
No, he lost it.
they give us and they take us.
Why me?
Keep falling asleep. That's why.
I told you, this is what happens when you fall asleep on this show.
And again, you know, I know we keep saying this, but that's such a good fucking song too.
Unfortunately, it is.
You know,
I listened to that on YouTube the other day. You know, not the Chris Benoit version, but just the song.
Yeah.
You know, it's such a good song.
It is.
It is.
But we do, you know, it's a forbidden song, so we got to put it on there. All right, it's on to Clay. Clay's got 3. He can get 4 with this one. Here you go.
Alicia Fox.
Say it right, Ben. I mean, Clay. I fucked
Alicia
that. Thank you. I fucked that up. I got this.
You yell at me for no reason. You're supposed to direct that ire at Julian.
Oh, there you go.
God damn.
That's true.
Come on, man.
That's true. Shut up, Julian. I'm muted. All right. It's on to Elio. Elio has 4. He can have 5 with this one. Here you go.
Retribution.
It is Retribution. He is on the board with 5. I was waiting too, man, because if you was gonna fuck that up, I was gonna be like, no, we get it all the time. Fuck. Jesus Christ. All right.
Is this a sign? Because I mean, we're seeing Ali all over television now.
That's
too.
true.
It's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, Elio's on the board with 5. It's off to Ben. Ben's got 1. He can get 2 with this one. Here you go.
Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss, yes, you are on the board with 2. And what's amazing, too, is that we mentioned her, too.
Did.
You know? It's just fucking weird. All right, it's off to Julian. Julian's back to 0. He keeps going back and forth with this. Let's see if his luck will, I don't want to say run out, but if he'll get any fucking luck. Here you go. Oh, yeah.
Damn.
The same fucking song,
Jesus
too.
Christ.
It is. Wow.
It's Chris Benoit. It's on to Clay. Clay's got 4. He can have 5 with this one. Here you go.
All hail the Queen. Queen Zelina.
Jesus Christ.
Queen Zelina?
Yes, Queen. You fucker. You said it like you get it.
I had to.
He's like, Queen Zelina?
That was the definition it would give me.
I know, right? You, and then
and
Clay, you motherfucker. He's like, Queen Zelina? You son of a bitch.
That's more of a give me when it says right there at the fucking music. So, yeah.
And right at the fucking 5-second mark, it finishes her fucking name. Jesus Christ. I'm looking at it, I was like, it's going to say her whole fucking name. All right, that brings Clay to 5. Elio's got 5. He can have 6 with
He's
this
pissed.
one. He is too.
He's pissed.
But he can have 6 with this one. Here you go.
Yes, boy!
Is that Roosh?
No, it is not.
Hell
Ben
yeah.
for the steal.
I have no idea.
Elio, the fuck's your name? Julian for the steal.
Oh my God.
You're kidding me. Say something.
Pat McAfee.
Guys!
No, it is not. Clay for the easy steal.
Pretty deadly.
Pretty deadly, yes.
Oh shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
boys. Remember that was their old theme.
Yes.
In
Yes.
NXT, and they used it a couple times on SmackDown, and tonight, actually, they changed it up.
They did.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Holy
wow.
shit. Listen.
Yes, boy!
Nothing?
No,
Still?
you know
Now
what?
I'm here.
You know what,
Yeah.
Clay? I know
Okay.
I know you're floored, but I have never ever in my entire life been more proud that I didn't know an answer.
Hey, it's for the game. I'm gonna
Exactly,
answer, man.
right? That's true. That is true. Holy shit, man. I am in utter shock. Utter shock. All right, it's off to, who's it on, Ben?
Ben. Yep.
Yeah, it's on Ben. Ben's got 2. He can get 3 with this one. Here you go.
Everyone
Oh,
smile.
got him again. Isn't that your second one?
Is a dentist.
That's your second real
favorite
song,
dinosaur.
isn't it? On Ben?
No, I think Julian got it the
velociraptor.
first time.
No, Elio got it the first time.
Elio, yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
Elio got this song. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And Julian's gotten the rest, so.
Yeah.
Besides Ben.
That's so fucked up. But that makes me laugh. All right, Ben's back down to 1. Julian's got -1. It is on to Julian. Will he get out the hole with this one? Here you go. Again.
The same song.
Holy shit.
Am I getting cross-faced with this guy?
Shut up. You might get cross-faced with this guy. Did anybody laugh? No. They didn't.
Yeah.
Fucking Crosby. Fuck Jesus Christ. All right. It's on to Clay. Clay's got 6. He can win it with this one. Here you go.
You know you.
Oh my God.
Take your eyes away from mine. I'm the hardest thing to
That's the
find,
fucking
friend.
first time we ever gotten that one.
Fuck.
Wow. That brings Clay right back to 5.
I was the one that put her ass in the
You did.
fucking forbidden songs, and then
She came back to haunt you.
ass. Huh?
Came back to haunt you.
you.
It did. God damn.
That's fucking crazy.
Oh.
Wow.
I love watching Clay get angry.
It's on to Elio.
Gives me
Clay should be getting angry. I'm the one that gets angry because I don't care.
It's on to Elio. Elio's got 5. He can have 6 with this one. Here you go.
Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody.
New Age Outlaws.
New Age Outlaws. Yes, you are on the board with 6. Just one away from taking the title off of Clay. It's on to Ben. Ben's got 1. He can have 2 with this one. Here you go.
Oh my god. I had no idea.
Really?
Oh my God.
Julian for the steal.
Dude Love.
Dude Love, yes.
Oh. Ben, that one hurt, man.
Yes, it did. That hurt me.
Yeah,
It's kind of weird, but
Holy
right.
shit. All right. Julian's -1. He got one of them out. It's on to Julian. Can he get out the hole or will he get it again? Here you go. No, he will. God damn, what the fuck?
You can't make this shit up.
Let me tell you something. That's got to be a first.
4 times, folks. 4 times.
That's got to be a fucking first. The same
Yeah.
fucking song?
4
Holy
times.
shit, man. Wow.
Just my luck, man.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, that's what happens.
That's basically the song, too. Whatever.
You can't write that shit, folks.
No.
That's
No.
literally the name of the song.
It is.
Yeah.
Whatever. See what I did there?
God. You did. I tapped on the back to you.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. All right, it's on to Clay. Clay's got 5. He can have 6 with this one. Here you go.
Powerhouse Hobbs.
It is Powerhouse Hobbs. You got it right at the end, right?
Yeah, a little
Or
bit.
you knew the whole thing.
I knew the start of it, but then when they go put, then so I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that's it.
All right. You're on the board with 6. Elio's got 6. It's all tied up. It's on to Elio. Elio can win it with this one. Here you go.
Drew Gulak.
No, it is not. Ben for the steal.
I have no idea.
Julian for the steal.
Dolph Ziggler.
No, it is not. Clay for the steal and the win.
Reggie.
No, it is not. It's Cora Jade.
Oh.
That when she was, when she was a baby face. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. All right. It's on to Ben. Ben's got 1. He can have 2 or back to 0 with this one. Here you go.
Oh god. Is that Dijak?
No, it is not. Julian for the steal.
Pass. I got nothing.
Clay for the steal and the win.
LA Knight.
No, it is not. Elio for the steal and the win.
R.C. Jones.
No, it is not. It's Bronson Reed.
Oh shit! As soon as you said it, damn it.
Yeah, because remember in the beginning, that's it.
All
right. It's on. Who's it on? Julian?
Julian. Yep.
All right. Julian's got -2. If
Maybe
I swear
Benoit
to
again.
God, if I hear another Benoit Julian, I'm kicking you off the show. Because you ain't catching up. What?
Either way, I lose.
Either way, of course. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. Here you go.
Joe Gacy.
It is Joe Gacy. Took you fucking long enough.
Honestly, that's a pretty good song, too.
I do like it.
Song. Yeah.
I do like it. All right. It's on to Clay. Clay's got 6. He can win it with this one. Here you go.
Yo, Sky.
No, it is not. Elio for the steal and the win.
Chris Down.
No, it is not. Ben for the steal.
I have no idea.
Julian for the steal.
Cedric Alexandra.
No, it is not. It's the FTW theme.
What?
Really?
Apparently so.
The FTW belt has a theme?
Apparently so. Well, on the picture, it was Taz and the old FTW guys that he was with. Brian Cage.
The FTW team.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Team FTW.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck that. All right.
Yeah.
The scores did not change. It's on to Elio. Elio's got 6. He can win it with this one. Here you go.
Everyone smile!
Oh.
What is a dentist's favorite dinosaur?
That's horrendous. It's horrendous. It is.
Wow.
Jesus. That brings Elio back down to 5.
Wow. How
Jeez.
rude.
His best Stephanie Tanner impression, folks.
All right, it's on to Ben. Ben's got 1. He can have 2 with this one. Here you go.
Bring out, baby. Bring out, leaving all your needs.
God damn. I have no idea. This is like the worst ever.
Julian for the steal.
Michelle McCool.
No, it is not. Clay for the steal and the win.
Aaliyah?
No, it is not. Elio for the steal.
Nikki Cross.
It is Nikki Cross.
Really?
It
Wow.
is, yes. I've never heard her come out to this.
I haven't either.
Holy shit.
Neither have I.
Elio, how'd you guess that?
I have it in my playlist.
You're full of shit.
He's Elio because he's that good.
That's
Right?
how I'm Elio. That's how I knew.
All right, it's on to Julian, right?
Yep.
It is, right? All right.
Yep.
It's on to Julian. He's got -1. Can he crawl out the hole with this one? Here you go.
Everyone
Nope.
smile! What is a dentist's
You know what? Fucking Reba was like, you know what? It's getting too much of fucking Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
I ain't taking this no more. All right, it's on to Clay. Clay's got 6. He can win it with this one. Here you go. Oh, got you too.
God, motherfucker. Damn.
Wow. This is rough.
It is.
This is rough.
Wow.
That brings you back down to 5. It's on to Elio. Elio's got
Look
6.
at that. Look at that grin.
I know, right? Don't grin. Hey, them fucking Forbidden Songs coming out with a vengeance today.
It's a nervous grin because I might get hit with 1.
Right?
Elio's got 6. It's on to Elio. Elio can win it with this one. Here you go.
Chris Jericho.
It is Chris Jericho, yes.
Damn it.
Elio wins it. It's all tied up between you two.
It is.
It is all tied up. Man, this was rough.
This was rough.
This was fucking rough. My God, man. Jesus Christ. They were like, You got Jillian Hall. Jillian Hall came out in a fucking woodwork. Chris Benoit was like, Thank you all for listening. Make sure you tune in next week. We'll give you guys some more shit. See ya.